Okay, cool. So recording is started. Streaming should be good to start whenever you guys are ready.
Uh, we should just get to it because like even if people don't join up at first, we're just gonna upload this afterwards and
Okay,
people are gonna
sure.
watch it.
Then I will start the stream. Hopefully, I remember my right keybind for it. No, I do not. Was it 11 then? No, I think that was pause. Pause. Did I not set up my stream key properly? No. Okay, we're streaming. Okay, so we're live. Um, this is the set review of KingNothing versus Blackheart. It's going to be Order Soul versus Potemkin. I guess before we get into it, what do you guys think about the matchup? We can talk about it in general and kind of our feelings about it, how we like to play it.
For me, it's a matchup that I tend to kind of look and take slowly. There's some Potemkins that are very aggressive, who just want to be in your face, and some Potemkins just who aren't necessarily like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of play around that depending on it. Whether
Okay.
I get more charge or I try to interrupt more of their movement with JP, all that stuff. TalesOfJade, are you saying something? Because you sound kind of far, I think.
Do I?
No,
Ah, no,
you're
no.
good.
Yeah, because I got my phone like right there.
Okay.
But yeah,
Or go ahead.
I was gonna say about the Potemkin versus Haas matchup. For me personally, I kind of just take it one or two ways. If I know they can't handle the Haas office, I would just go in regardless of whatever,
Mm-hmm.
because I know they can't deal with it. But I know if they have decent defense, just sit back and charge. Pot can't really, outside of a slide head, he can't really punish you for charging.
Yeah.
And unlike an AC, if you get a if you get hit with slide head, it's whatever. He can't combo from it without meter.
Yeah. No, Harxis never gonna recreate AC Potemkin, thank God.
Also, like another thing, like I'm not gonna lie, on defense, I'm bashing. I'm not.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not trying to block him.
Yeah.
I'm not giving him any respect at all.
Okay.
In these first two matches, I know this for a fact. I gave way too much respect, and the matches were in like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it
So we can,
happens.
yeah. But after that, I think I get good at recognizing the hammerfall break pattern and the tick throw pattern. Well, not the tick throw pattern, but the hammerfall break stuff. I do get good at contesting that. I think I mostly just die neutral because I escape the pressure relatively often.
Okay.
Yeah, like for neutral, all you really got to do just sit back and chill. Pot can't. He can't do anything to you if you're full screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from my perspective, I actually this is probably close to one of my most played matchups because, you know, being from SoCal, I just played Mike Z a million games, learning the game. So I tend to take it kind of slowly. I'm not really interested in winning with like big counter hits or swinging for a bunch of damage. I'm perfectly content to spam JP the entire match long if it's working. But basically, I will stay around mid screen where my JP is a threat to Hammerfall and where they have to commit to heavier buttons like far S and 5H if they want to start playing poking games with me. I don't I will charge up, but I don't actually like it because even if you burst the slide head charged, you're still minus frames. And it's really easy to fake out with a 6K, and then you burst and they have like 30 some odd frames to do whatever they want before you can do anything. But I kind of view it as a situation of like, if I'm charging in the matchup, it's I'm willing to give up my immediate advantage to reduce the number of neutral interactions that I need to win the matchup. Which, it kind of depends, like, what frame of mind I'm in or how the matchup's going, if I want to do that. But the way that I try to play this a lot is I just try to minimize risk because in matchup, you can all the RPS is like weighted in your favor, but it's kind of a time bomb where like you only have to be wrong 2 times for Potemkin to just murder you. And especially if they're good at hitting the Potbuster extension on Order Soul, it's really, really rough. So,
And it's even harder. It's even harder if you're Mike Z and you know the option select to punish the burst.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
OS for that. There's a built-in OS for that most other pop players don't even know about. It's kind of sick.
yeah. The nice thing about fighting Mike is he has a lot of Mike-isms that you can exploit. But like, yeah, he'll do. He does some really wacky stuff.
Like whenever I play him, he will always do Heat Knuckle Extend. So I'm like, all right, bet I'm full screen, so I'm just charging to level 3 because I'm going to even out the life deficit at that point next time I touch him.
Well, he also will always. We're getting kind of on a tangent, but if you ever get hit by Heat Extend, he will 100% of the time Oki with Slide Head on your wake up, so you just backdash.
That's really funny.
Okay, so I guess let's get into it.
Yeah. That's the last match, by the way.
Oh, is it? My bad. Sorry. I don't remember how this scrolls properly. Alright. So what do we got for round start? Ugh.
That was not the right option at all. Yeah. Round start. Nope. Okay, round start. Don't swing against the temple. You're not winning that exchange. Unless he's going to do something stupid like forward Hammerfall, maybe forward Mega Fist. Do not swing. Just back up.
Yeah, I would say if you back up, there's very little Pot can do to catch you. Sometimes if I want to be aggressive, I'll do jump forward JP spam, but like, there's definitely a risk to that. Because if he does like wake up 6P or wake up 2H, you just eat shit.
I don't even like round start jump forward against him because the threat of Heat Knuckle.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so you get hit. Fortunately, it doesn't hit on you. Okay. This kind of spacing is alright. When you back off from here, you're kind of reducing your screen space, which against Potemkin I think is really valuable. If I'm this close to the corner, I don't normally look to back up. What I'm looking more for is, Pot actually has a really hard time jumping against Order Soul. You can 5H a lot of his moves, so like around this kind of spacing, if I notice Potemkin's jumping, I'll just try to intercept him.
Yeah, this is one of the few matchups where 5 heavy is a reliable anti-air against Pot.
You can also 2D underneath all his buttons as well.
No, I would not do that. That's really risky for a not high reward. If you're gonna do that, just 5 heavy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like now, if you were regular Soul, then that would work, but not Hoss.
You got clipped by the toss-up here. Oh, you just whiffed JP. Yeah, that happens. You made the read, he double jumped for it. Yeah, so he saw the anti-air, double jumped it. That happens. Okay, knockdown situation. Off 2D knockdowns. Or go ahead.
Oh no, that I just know I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get Papa through here.
Off 2D knockdowns, Pot gets a few options. There's meaty 5k, meaty or with 5p, normal just delay Potbuster, and 6k.
Does he get safe jump off of 2D?
Off 2D knockdowns? I don't think so.
Off 2D? I don't think so, no.
That's good. That's good to know. That means that, like, then every other Oki option is, yes, I was mashing. You can see, like, 45.
Well, you were inputting DP, which would have worked.
Yeah, that actually would work in that situation.
You just have to time it. So, like, even if you're mashing, you don't want to be mashing like this. If you want to DP, you can DP. You just have to time it.
Yeah, no, it was actually only something that I realized recently. Like, why the fuck am I, like, breaking my H button for no reason? It's a 2-frame window. You don't mash on 2-framers.
Yeah. So, Meaty 5K is one of those moves. Like, you can DP this. You can... I would not Fafnir it, but you can, quote-unquote. But,
I would not do like a Fafnir spot.
Yeah, that's just not a good idea. This is just kind of one of those moves where, like, me personally, I'll either DP this or hold this, and if I block it and they go to, I'll bring it up when it comes up, but there's this particular string that if you IB and backdash, it just ruins Potemkin. Alright, gets another 2D knockdown. Okay, I think that was actually... Yeah, okay, so... Right here, if you IB this 2S, you can mash backdash after, and he has basically no options. You will recover before Hammerfall, you will IB backdash the 2D, if I remember correctly. You'll backdash out of Potemkin Buster range, and Heat Knuckle won't do anything to you. So, this is one of those strings where, like, if you IB the 5K, you can backdash through the 2S, which is even better. But if you can't, you can IB the 2S and mash backdash. And even if he, like, delay 2Ds and catches you, it's an air hit, and you just tech, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, what I was doing, or at least later on in the sense, and you'll see this when it comes up, is that I actually was just raw reacting to the Hammerfall break and just forward jump JP against every single pop buster.
That's really definitely a good idea.
It's really fun.
Okay, so tick throw pop buster happens. Oh. So
yeah,
he doesn't...
go ahead. I don't think he goes for the far slash too heavy extend at all in this set.
Just about to bring that up. So there's a one, you know the one frame link he can get, right? Yeah. So if your opponent doesn't do that, Pop Buster gets a lot less scary, because like my advice against Potemkins that can and do hit that is just take the Heat Knuckle. Any option that isn't getting Pop Bustered at that point is less damage. Against this kind of thing, you can afford to think of Pop Buster as a kind of like, I'm willing to sacrifice my health to not play stupid games, or to condition you to try to command throw me more so I get more reward later in the set, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Okay. Nice clash. Ugh. Panic Gunblaze?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Thought he'd maybe swing with something, and
that's the thing, is like, while he's on the ground, I don't really think there's anything that you're gonna Gunblaze under.
Is 2S
maybe a Gunblaze under 6 heavy, but if Potemkin's on the ground, Gunblaze, unless it's for Oki, Gunblaze isn't really that good of an option. It's only good if he's in the air.
Yeah, that's what I would say, is if you see him in the air, you can absolutely just crank Gunblaze and it'll work out pretty well, but...
Yeah,
like try to reverse... Oh, I was just gonna say, try to reversal Gunblaze for Potemkin pressure is not a good idea. He has too many ways to blow it up. Unless it's level 2 or level 3 and you can force some sort of trade, but even then, he could just Pop Buster.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh well.
Okay, so Panic Gunblaze happens, and then Pop Buster again. Oh, yeah, so you can see, like, that didn't even kill you. That was,
something.
Far S? Oh, Rocket.
Yeah, that's Rocket.
Yeah.
I see the input.
Nah, come on, let it go. I said these first matches are bad.
It's fine. Basically, this first round, more or less, just like, you got pot. It wasn't quite a pot round. Like, you had opportunities to play, but this kind of stuff just happens. Pot is, especially in this game, one of those characters like Milia, where you're just, no matter how well you play, you are going to have rounds where it's like, oh, I just made the wrong decisions 3 or 4 times and I died. It's like, oh well. You can't, it's really important, especially in matchups like these, that you don't let that get to you. Okay, so right here, you can reaction charge burst this every time. Oh, you tap charged, that's why. Did you...
I tried to like let go.
I wouldn't even try to block that.
Try to like punish it on block, but I just died for it and stuff.
Yeah, if you're already committed to the charge and you see the hammerfall, I would just go for the burst. Otherwise, this kind of thing can happen. Granted, if you're like wrong and he breaks and blocks your burst, it's a pretty bad situation, but like at that point you're already in a bad situation, so
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, what the?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, counter hit JS. Ooh, yep, that's counter hit JS.
Yeah. I've had this happen to me a lot, where you like, yeah, you go for the air throw or you go for the JP anti-air and then you get counter hit by JS. This kind of thing, it happens. It's just a thing with the matchup, I think. There's no real good way to avoid it, because it's like, you need to air for your anti-air against him. And sometimes you're just, the spacing is slightly wrong and you get owned instead of getting the JPs out. I don't think this was bad, but what I would have done is, if you want to go for the anti-air air throw here, I would super jump first off, and then I would not go for the JH until I was either right next to him or I had blocked an air normal.
Oh, fair. Okay. I don't use super jump air throw enough. Yes, I know, bad habit.
No, it's fine.
Just don't.
Let's extend.
Buffet extend.
Slide it? No.
That is not nice.
There you go. That was a nice punish.
Yeah.
That was a good punish. You should not have. You should not have tried to RC that hammerfall.
He went for the FRC, I think. Otherwise, he would have done it a lot earlier. And then, yeah, good punish there. If you see a Hammerfall RC, that's time to... If you see Hammerfall, like, even FRC or RC, it's time to mash. Either backdash or DP or Rising JP. Because, like, the amount of times that Potemkin's going to do Hammerfall, hopefully FRC, and then block is, like, near
It's
zero.
low. They're going to pop buster.
That or even like frame trap with close slash, and that shit hurts like a bitch.
Yeah, even then, the number of times I've been hit by that is way lower than, like, Hammerfall, whatever. So, okay, so good mash here. Get your Ogi. I agree with not going back in. Right now you want resources to equalize. Right here, I would have just punished...
Yeah, that's like that. Go back to where he whipped the slide hit. That's rocket punish.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's just what I was about to say. Is I think you can punish with rocket here. Let me check.
Oh yeah. He has level 3, definitely.
Oops.
And adding the Haberfall, adding the Haberfall. Yeah, that's a rocket punish.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So definitely, when you have level 3 on deck, or even level 2. When Pot whiffs something in this matchup, that's a free knockdown or combo.
Yeah.
I think
at that point, that's your chance to go in.
And I think you noticed this when we did the set review against with Dark Dragon, where it's like, I think I just don't realize enough the particular situations that are with punishable.
The basics of it is, if you have level 2, anything from half screen or closer is a rocket, and normally at worst you'll make them block. this is not a true quote-unquote statement, of course. They can like DP or 6PU or any kinds of things, but the majority of times people will not be ready for that scramble and they'll just block. If you have level 3, anything half screen or closer is a true punish, and anything 3/4 screen is the same kind of situation as level 2. So like when you're at level 2 or 3, you can afford to just kind of like walk back and forth and dick around and make your opponent try to do something, and then whiff punish them for doing it.
Okay.
And the cool thing is, in this specific situation, had he would have walked back and blocked, he's still blocking. Yeah, this is level 3 Rocket,
Yeah.
so you still have. So at that point, yeah, it's still your turn.
Okay.
Like the general rule of thumb is, if they whiff a move and then whiff another move, that's your end. Especially if you have level 3.
Alright.
Okay. Nice, low crush. Combo. Nice. Good one. Get the knockdown. Nice, very good. What do you do for Hoki? Yeah.
I should have OS the fucking or I think I can even react to the whiff and re-jump.
You can.
It's rough.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not really something you want to do, but yeah, it's possible to react to it.
Potemkin in the corner is one of those things where, like, just because I fight Mike a lot, I'm used to baiting the DP, or the, I'm used to baiting either Gigantor or Backdash, because that's what Mike will do.
I lapped this before off of
I would say...
He has 25 meters, so the only thing he could have done was, like, Judge Gauntlet, which is something Mike does like to do.
I would say here would be a good position for... So if you're going to do a jump-in kind of move, I wouldn't do JH here. I would go for the Fuzzy, and I would OS with... I can actually show the OS, maybe, if I get it.
You mean like fuzzy mat, as in like the layer dash fuzzy mat?
Sort of. So you do JS, and then you hold up. So you do JS and hold up, and if they block, you get the double jump, and if they don't block, you jump immediately when you land.
Okay.
If you hit... The downside to this, of course, is if you hit them with JS, you don't get a combo. You reset yourself. But I would do that just to, like, shut down these options. The other thing that I would do here is, I can... There it is. Yeah, neutral jump, delay, air dash, JP, mash. Because that will catch. If he had Judge Gauntleted, you could DP through it. If you see, if he backdashes, you can chain to JH and get a combo. And then if he blocked, you would just get either a tick throw setup off the JPs or pressure if you chain to JH.
Another thing you could have done, since you almost at 50 meters, you could have just dashed forward level 2 Gunblaze, and I would have punished the backdash.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It also might have set up a cross-up if you had weird corner stuff happen.
Against Potemkin, if he dashes under, you do get a... you can't set up a back turn.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa, this interaction is funky. What the fuck? Okay. So apparently you can always hit Potemkin in the corner with level 2 Gunblaze, and if you just hold back, you'll always end up behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justice is the same way.
Plus R is really bizarre when it comes to collision. So, like, level 2 and level 1 Level 2 and level 1 ACFRC Gunblaze in the corner make really weird stuff happen where even I don't know what side I'm gonna end up on half the time.
Pretty funny.
Okay, so unfortunately you choose the wrong Oki, get hit, Mega Fist back. Oh, how many reps? Just one. Unfortunately.
At that point, I dead angle. Dead angle, take your turn.
Yeah, definitely, because your life lead is really low here. Or your life is pretty low here. I would say...
Like, even dead angle, take your turn back, with that much level 2, you can run it back against Potemkin.
Yeah.
For sure.
You could steal. And you still have your burst. You could have had a go burst. You could have stole this row.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, this is one of those times I would go for the IB on JS and just backdash here. Because, like, if you IB JS backdash, that 2H whiffs, you punish with Rocket level 2, and then it's your turn, you're on offense. But, I mean, I'm a more conservative player like that, so...
That's fine.
Oh wait, actually, hold on. Did he... I think he did. Okay, never mind. You couldn't put that under. There are certain safe jump setups that you can gun blaze under on Oki.
That cross up
and
JH.
that is not one of them. Yeah. Cross up JH and low hit JS you can go under as well. JS does not hit all the way to the ground, despite how it looks. His collision will actually touch the ground first before JS hitbox will.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
Nice smash. Don't respect that. Okay, so level 3. Right now, I would just be... I don't like that dash in. So when you have level 3 and a full stick like this, you can... The health difference right now is you can't take risks, but Potemkin needs to kill you before you find an opening. So in this kind of situation, I would just, like, stay half screen and wait for Potemkin to commit to something or make a mistake, and then either punish or, like, DP through it or something like that.
Yeah. At this point, I could have... yeah, I should have gun blazed under it.
Maybe. It's just one of those situations where, like, I don't get to say this very often, but this time you went a bit too aggressive. You saw him whiff something in neutral, but you didn't punish with Rocket, you punished with the IAD.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you chose the right option, but the wrong move.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, get mashed out, die, happens. Another thing, just to keep in mind, is you died with your burst in both rounds.
Yes, that is a mistake. Yes. It's round...
Try not to die with your burst, and try not to die with more than 50 meter.
Yes.
Alright.
If there are any River Soul players watching this, this does not mean blow it on Fafnir's. Please.
Okay, jump forward JP, I don't mind it.
I dashed it, I know.
Yeah, you give up your advantage. You're +2.
I don't like keeping the advantage that much on Potemkin.
It's...
Against Potemkin, you kind of sort of have to.
Yeah, this is a matchup where, like, when you're in... So, here's the thing. Like, yeah, it's scary because you're right next to the grappler, but from this kind of range, there's nothing Potemkin can actually do. Like, every single poke he presses here will get stuffed. He can't hammerfall you because you have JP. He can't pop buster you unless it's on a hard read. He can Mega Fist and pray he, like, low crushes something that you did. But, like... Which
I saw gonna happen.
Yeah, you know... You just try to ignore Mega Fist and hope that it doesn't happen before you win. At this kind of range, this is like... Potemkin has so few options. You can just... You can and you really should just be pressing an advantage right here.
Yeah, like, you would be surprised at how little options Potemkin has against Water Soul pressure, even at low level. Like, your pressure is kind of built around blowing up just random pop busters. If you think he's going to try and pop buster through your block string, do whatever, 6k. Just link it to 6k. Even if you don't get counter hit, you discourage him from trying to pop buster.
Yeah, you can 6k, and then, like, you can even, if you're good enough, if you are wired enough, you can react if it's like an armored hit and just DP after 6k. and blow up Hammerfall, and then if it's not, you just charge cancel and you're plus anyway,
Now-
so it's like, whatever.
Now, personally,
An American,
that is-
my fucked up.
while that is a good option, a better option is to just blockhead. You get a
yeah,
much
that's a
better
good point, yeah.
Like blockhead and neutral in this matchup is really good because it blows up Hammerfall. It blows up Hammerfall.
That's a good point. The HP as a poke is probably really good here. Okay, well, back off, that's fine. You're getting charged. It lets you charge a level 3, okay, sure.
I would have bursted. I would have bursted that immediately. I did not like that hit. You're in the corner now.
That was
You're
a
not
spooky
out.
hit, yeah. I would have taken it, but... That's definitely a spooky hit. Okay, so... I agree with doing something, but here's the thing. Backdash in the corner doesn't do anything. Like, I'll even do this. Let's replay take over Potemkin and see what happens if he just whiffs 5k here, because I think you still get hit.
No, yeah, you still get hit at this point. Yeah.
So it's like, the backdash in the corner does nothing. This isn't going to dodge any of his moves, and it just gets you pop bustered. If you want to wake up with something, just mash DP here.
Okay, fine.
Okay, now he's going to get the corner extension. That I would burst. I would burst, maybe not the hit after Potemkin Buster, because that's baitable, but like, this
Honestly,
2S,
at this point, it's not-
yeah.
At this point, it's kind of not even worth it a burst. We have to just hold it for the next round.
Yeah, I can see that. You have level 3. Yeah, 2S, that shit happens. Oh, Gunblaze, 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 Gunblaze.
Yeah, this is Gunblade right here.
I told y'all these first 2 matches are booty, okay? Damn.
It happens, it's fine. But this is a Mike Z special, is the in neutral Heavenly. He will just Heavenly, because he's like, well, if I hit them, and if I don't, they can't punish me anyway. That is a lie. You Gunblaze here 100% of the time. Okay, get the air throw, that's fine. Nice low cross under. Brain circuits crossed.
Missed the FRC.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay,
We
well,
got the
it happens.
Get the combo.
Nice round start. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. When you hit these kinds of little hits,
You gotta confirm with something. You have to, especially against the matchup.
yeah, I would have dashed in a lot deeper here, so you can keep pressure. And then here, you do charge cancel. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I would have dashed in a bit deeper and then kept pressure without jumping, but that's just me. Okay, yeah, you'd really need to do the IB strings here. Because, like, every time, especially if he starts with 5p, it's super easy, because you block 5p, IB the second normal, and then you backdash, and 2S just completely lifts.
I
I believe that's how it works.
I'm like extremely ass at that game.
Don't worry, I'm about to show off how bad I am. I haven't fought the There you go.
Okay.
It's something you have to practice, but it's super worth it, because if they don't start with 5Ks, or even if you recognize that you IB'd 5K, just IB backdash destroys so much of Potemkin's pressure. Okay, knock down. Nice jump forward. That's an important thing. If you're gonna jump against Potemkin, you almost always want to jump forward. Neutral jump and back jump are just gonna get you heat knuckled. If you jump forward, you retain pressure or get it, and if he's doing heat knuckle, your JP mash will actually just counter hit him before the heat knuckle comes out.
Echo Blaze was not it.
Panic Gunblaze. Yeah, I agree with the burst at this point.
It's within the first 2 matches.
This is something you gotta be careful of. His 6H can safely hit you out of charging. So if he's further away from you and he's walking up, I would just stop charging.
Pretty sure that's reactive.
It could be, yeah. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, okay. 20 frames, yeah, that's pretty reactable. Okay, good blockhead. Charge. Nice. No.
Got that anyway. No, this stretch has to go in.
Yeah.
Worst thing, best thing to do at this point is maybe wake up Gigantor or Dead Eagle, but outside of that, go in on this thing.
Yeah, I would bait Gigantor with like dash up 5p just to check him, and if he goes for it, you just throw him. But like, this is, you just spent 25 meter to get Oki with this knockdown, and then you give up your Oki, and it's like, okay. Air throw, unfortunate. Yeah, that's why you don't want to Fafnir. Oh hey, you got Gut Spiked. Okay, so 2 things. First off, this block string, in particular, 2D can only end on a couple things here. He can Mega Fist forward, Mega Fist backward, and Hammerfall. You can 100% here react to Hammerfall with Gunblaze. Sometimes you'll get Hammerfall braked. It happens. I've had it happen to me. But if you react to this with Gunblaze, it makes Pot's pressure so much harder for him, because you just turn any Hammerfall that he doesn't think about into a free combo.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's something that you kind of have to like focus on, which means you're going to be free to other things while you're doing it, but it is 100% something you should demonstrate just to make them think about it. The second thing here is, I just want to point this out. Your life is at one of those really unfortunate moments where Guts Protection is really wonky. Yeah, so this is, if you had more health, you would actually take less damage. You got hit at the Gut Spike of Order Soul's life bar.
Can you go back to the level 2 bandit?
Yeah.
So even though he instant blocks level 2 bandit, he's still at a distance where Pod, he cannot punish you. Not even with Pot Buster.
Yeah, that's also
a
good point.
After this point, especially since he backbashes, that's level 2 rocket. That's a knockdown. And you have 50 meter.
Yeah.
You have 50 meter free action charge. So that's too heavy into whatever you want at that point.
Okay.
Like against Patsumke, you really have to know when to like take your momentum. Like take your momentum and just run with it.
Yeah,
otherwise, he's just gonna run over you.
Yeah, I think these first matches go to show that I gave up way too much momentum. They still do later on in the matches.
It's
Also,
fine.
I just didn't get it. I didn't take it.
This is definitely one of those matchups where it's just like, it's scary. Like, there's no other way to put it, is you're in Potemkin's face and you have to in-fight the grappler, and it's like, I mean, yeah, it's just how it is.
See, I have a different mindset for this matchup because I dealt with AC, Eddie, and Testament, so this is not scary. This is not scary at all for me. Like, this tame compared to those two.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Especially compared to, like, AC Potemkin, too.
Yeah, like, this matchup and this version of this game, you could play a bit fast and lose. Especially since, since everyone has more health, you get more chances. Unlike in AC, you would have been dead after 2 pop busters.
Yeah. Oh man, when Pop Buster had the FRC too, so you'd get bus tour loops off it. Oh.
Fucking what?
Yeah, so in AC, Potemkin Buster had an FRC on it, and he would. So that mid-screen extension that you see him get on Winter Soul, he just got that on the entire cast because he would FRC it. And then if he had more meter than 25%, he could loop into Airbusters and do the Airbuster loop off Potemkin Buster.
Oh yeah. Air pop buster loops were legit a real thing back then.
Yeah, it was really funny. They removed
Also,
that in AC, Area plus R.
What the fuck? Designed AC. The more I hear about AC, the less
Mori,
the
I
less
think, also designed AC. Either Mori or Pachi, one of the two.
I don't understand why people call AC the good old days. Like,
because we played it for 9 years. Literally, that is why. It was Guilty Gear for 9+ years. That was what we were used to.
Again, let me tell you something. People didn't think AC was that good of a game until 2010, 2011.
That is also true. It's the Street Fighter 4 syndrome.
When this game first came out, nobody liked it. Nobody liked any of the changes that came with it.
Yeah.
People really thought the game was just toss off force breaks. You're good. You're good to go.
Yeah.
And Kenso kind of sort of says it best about Guilty Gear. Any game where Potemkin is not a good character is a good Guilty Gear.
It's true.
I don't know. I think GGX isn't a good Guilty Gear, but it still has a bad Potemkin.
Oh god, let's not talk about Guilty Gear X.
Yeah.
I don't think any Guilty Gear game before fucking. I don't even think like Ed said. I think like before Reload doesn't count as a game. I just would not count that shit as a game.
So I was going to say, they removed the FRC in AC, going from AC to plus R, and they actually buffed Potemkin Buster damage to compensate, and they also buffed APB damage, even though that still has the FRC for some reason. What they didn't do, and they legit, I think, just forgot about it, is they didn't buff Heavenly's damage. So Heavenly now hits for like around the same or less as a normal Potemkin Buster, and it's really funny.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Yeah.
Okay, so you get PB'd. Happens. Oh, he tried for the leg. And that's it, HD.
Okay, now
yeah.
I actually play the game. This is like KingNothing Unleashed.
Okay.
Except I still lose, but...
Guilty Gear is bad? Yeah, I agree, Mac. Every fighting game is bad, honestly.
This game will be bad until you learn to...
he almost got the cool loops. Okay, good gun blaze. I don't know how I feel about that. No, so this is the thing. With this kind of situation, it's not really that bad. Like, yeah, you're giving up pressure, but you get level 2 here. And the difference between level 1 and level 2 in this matchup is really, really big, because it allows you to whiff punish. So, like, if you're giving up pressure to get level 2, especially off a knockdown situation, I don't mind that. It's when you have level 2, or you're, like, in the corner, that I think you need to really go in.
I feel like I'm not comfortable with those kind of spaces, the one that I was at before. At least against Potemkin. Against Potemkin, I don't know, because it just feels like I'm both...
You're vulnerable, but he is... It's like what I said. All the RPS is weighted in your favor. It's just that it's a time bomb, you know? If you make the wrong read, you're gonna die. But you can't let that stop you from making the reads. Otherwise, you should just... You're picking Order Soul into Potemkin at the character select. You have to play the matchup, and if you don't want to play the matchup, you shouldn't be picking the matchup. is kind of what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Also, backdash into rocket, please.
Nah, come on, you do it too. You're not allowed to talk to about it.
I will never stop.
You request that how often that catches people.
It's
Like,
yeah.
everybody gets hit by it.
No, it's one of the things where all the time it'll happen, but it's just a pet peeve of mine where I see people do it and it's just like, come on, man.
You see it, but then you also see, like, when they backdash,
Yeah.
they will hit a button full screen, and then you win punish them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like 85% success rate.
Now, when they do decide to do 6P randomly, that's when it's like, alright, maybe you should not do this. But any other button, just let it rip.
Okay, so you block the burst here. I'm trying to find it. Okay, that's fine. He jumped over your pressure. Yeah. All this is fine. Ugh, charged a bit too long.
Yeah, that was way too much.
I would have stopped here. This way you still... Right when the body thud happens, I would stop. So that way you still get Oki, you can still do things. You haven't stopped backdash on wake up still, so I would still be going for stuff like low air dash JP spam. But it happens. Okay, that one you still can blaze. Good job. Don't respect Hammerfall break pressure.
I like the 6K, but you did it a bit too early.
Yeah. Here... This is another one of those situations where you can gun blaze under Hammerfall. Because, like, when I'm specifically looking for that kind of situation is when I see I block 2D. Because, like I said, off 2D, the cancel options are basically nothing. So, like, this is the perfect time to look for it. So if you see a 2S or a 2H, you should be watching for the next button to be 2D, and if it is, you should immediately be primed to gun blaze. Okay, good hit. Nice counter hit out. That was air throw? Yeah, air throw. Again, super jump, IB a button, and then air throw it.
I don't even like to air throw, I just gun blaze it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, specifically for JD, you can gun blaze this. I have mixed feelings about it, but that's because I lose track of where my character is, and I end up getting rocket half the time.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks about it.
That happens a lot later on in the set, you'll see it.
So, like, right around here, I'd either go for air throw, or I'd just, like, mash one direction to get the hell out of the way.
Alright.
Nice jump. Okay, so, like, 3 or 4 times...
right here.
Go ahead.
Right here, you're at level 3, 100 meter, Savage Fang.
Ooh,
Savage
yeah,
Fang.
that's a good point.
What did I get before that?
What's
Did I
the
get,
starter? It was
I mean,
just raw 2D.
Yeah, that was for
Oh,
raw
raw
2D.
2D.
Oh, yeah, no,
yeah.
that's 90% proration starter. That's Savage Fang, yeah.
That's Savage Fang. Savage Fang, side switch.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's
can-
a really good point.
And at that point, you still have maybe level. You have a little bit of level 2 carried over. High level 1, 50 meter. You could have rocked that route.
I am controlling the wrong person.
Yeah, you have to dash. Dash.
Oh,
into,
dash gun
Savage
blaze? Or,
Fang. No, like after the 2D, dash into Savage Fang.
whoops.
Oh no, charge cancel it and then do...
Oh, right, yeah. Bad inputs on display. There we go.
Dash under. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I thought you were joking about your execution. This really puts it on display.
No, yeah, I can't. I told you, I can't execute to save my life. That's why, like, I saw the recharge route, so I'm like, this is sick. I can't execute, and I'm gonna drop these in a tournament, so I'm just gonna focus on neutral. Like,
Yeah.
whenever I try to like Tyrant Rain or Tyrant Rave or Savage Fang, it's like a crapshoot if I get it sometimes, because hitting 4 and 6 is hard.
Actually, like, and this is something I didn't notice until other pop players told me, but doing Pop Buster on pad is a lot easier than doing it on stick.
Oh yeah, or hitbox is super easy.
Yeah. But yeah, there's something to take note in any matchup. If you get random 2D and you have 100 meter and level 3, Savage Fang, that is your best starter.
Actually, do I hit this motherfucker with no, I don't. I think it was I played someone before him, and I got a really nice level 3 Savage Fang conversion. But anyway, that's besides the point. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, unfortunate. You get the 3-way though, which is nice, but you routed into 2K, I think. Yeah. So, off a 2K here, I would not blow level 3. Like, it's nice.
No,
You're gonna get the corner, but...
No, you don't get you don't get as bad parade.
Watch your combo damage, dude.
It's 2K. 2K is a bad starter. It's not a good starter at all.
I mean, yeah, but like JS is already 80% paration, you know?
Yeah, but watch what happens. So let's go back and do the combo from like JS into 5K. Wow. To be fair, this one is actually I am trying to raw hit some kind of starter. Whoops. I somehow didn't get whatever.
With
Yeah,
that higher,
like-
with that high rated starter, what I would have done, ID, J8, jump Gus,
Oh yeah.
cross up level 2 double ace. Like if you're able to, keep that momentum going, keep what's up in the blender, especially showing that he can't defend against it.
Wonder if you can IAD loop from here.
Yeah, you can. It's a pop. I'll fucking play more than we've. I'm gonna try this shit now.
Whatever.
And then we're just gonna spend it, then it's like 40
Yeah,
minutes.
no, I'm not gonna try to IAD loop it. Okay, well, we do the combo. Okay, I respect it. Unfortunate level 1.
Look, if I had more charge, you know, that shit would have been fucking like.
Yeah, you would
uphill
have, but...
clips.
I wonder how could you have killed for the? Oh, you got hit. Oh, you hit it with the level 2 bandit. You could have dashed up to 5K, and that's
Yeah, I
probably
could've.
gonna hit.
Yeah, probably. Let's find out. So level 2 Savage Fang. Oh, wow, tech. No, yeah, you would have teched too early, so you had
No, I
to.
mean after the level 2 bandit.
Yeah.
No, go back to the part where.
Yeah. Oh, you have to do it super early.
Right
That's
there.
weird, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, man, I needed the clip, okay?
Hey, like I tell y'all, Order Soul players, keep it simple.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like,
Nah, I mean,
this-
in this
it's-
case, it's like only something that I found out after the set, but it's like after you recharge you have 130%, but for that you specifically need 100%, which made me really fucking mad.
I would say the life lesson here is in low life situations, you just take what you can get. You don't go for the optimal stuff. You just want the kill.
Yeah, and like I would say with every other person that asks me about Order Soul, he's most effective when he's kept simple. Like you don't really need to overextend with them, and if like other players can't figure out what 2+2 is with the character, just keep running that. You ain't gotta bust out like elaborate mix-up and combos, especially like Allegory said when you're at low health. Like you have no idea how many times I'll see combos, and that could easily kill. But since y'all decide to go for the more advanced stuff, it doesn't kill, y'all drop it, and y'all lose the round.
What was your spacing? It's hard to react to this with JP and think to go in, but like, this kind of spacing, if you're gonna back out of here, you just shouldn't have been there in the first place. Like, there's no reason for you to jump forward aggressively, land in his face, and then decide, oh, you know what, I don't actually want to be here. And then you jump out. Like, that's...
Well, it's less of that, and it's more like my idea, or in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm hoping that this JP connects so that I can, like, quote unquote, really get started, right? Then it didn't connect, so I'm like, alright, I'm not gonna fucking do shit. Fuck out of here.
The JP isn't always to connect. A lot of times, the JP is just to get your way in. Because a lot of characters just won't want to mess with Order Soul mashing JP in the middle of the screen. They're just like, okay, I'll just sit here and wait until you land, and then we can fight on the ground. But, like, Potemkin doesn't have that luxury. If Potemkin just sits here, he tries. He 5Ps. Whoops.
Now, wait, hold on. Now, maybe if he would have instant blocked the JP, then you would have backdash.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's a very real possibility that they can IB your JP and just throw you out of whatever you want. But since he didn't IB, then you could have come going in. Or at least played out of range that allows you to build pressure and charge. Because he can't really punish you for actually charging, even without the FRC.
Alright, that's fair.
Back up. Ooh, no. You should have stopped charging when he got, like, right here. This is overcommitment. This is... If I see this, I'm immediately thinking the Order Soul player is really scared to play this matchup without charge. I can do whatever the hell I want if they just want to get charged. Like, if they're at level 1, I can just super jump forward, and they're not going to do anything. They're going to try to charge. This is overcommitment to charging. This is telling me you're afraid, and I can exploit that. So... Yeah,
this is why, like, you have to know how to pressure at level 1. Even if it's not the best pressure, it's still serviceable, especially against a slow character like Potemkin. I mean, worst case scenario, he's just going to mash Pop Buster. Yeah. That's it. And he's already shown that he can't get the combo afterwards, so...
Yeah, especially because he can't get the combo. You can just, like...
Full health, full health, you have 4 chances to mess up.
Yeah.
At worst.
It's like what I talked about when we went over Brandino's set. It's a balancing act, you know? You have to be aggressive, but you don't want to be too aggressive. And right now, you are all on the defensive, scared side. So you have to show that you're willing to be aggressive. Otherwise, they're just going to walk over you. That's kind of it, unfortunately. It's okay. I don't like giving up my double jump at this range. This is just a me thing, but this is like... This is really a Melty thing, but giving up your double jump at this range with stubby normals is really scary. Because you have no options from here. If he had, like, just mega fisted forward, or, like, super jumped at you, you couldn't stop that. You would have had to hold it. So this is one of those situations where, like, at this kind of range, you don't want to commit that heavily. But you get the hit. Yeah, just more stuff with, like, you need to be more aggressive. It's your advantage, you're plus on this. Like, maybe not after whiffing the 2P, but it's still definitely your turn. You should be going in. Instead, you just kind of, like, wait here, and then you press 2S, and it's like, this will stuff some buttons, but he's not going to be pressing those buttons at this kind of range. He's not going to be pressing much of anything at this range, and if he hammerfalled, you would have eaten it. So it's like, this 2S is kind of pointless. All it does is end your turn.
Alright.
Against Potemkin specifically, when I'm pressuring, I really just like to stay in P and K range and just pressure with those. Like, I'll do close S, sometimes I'll do 5H if I have a plan to reset off it, or if I really want to return to neutral, but like 2S max range, that's just a turn-ending move. It's not really something that's going to be counter-poking things in this matchup. Yeah, and then you can counter by 2S. Good job. He has not shown a single frame trap off Hammerfall Break.
I know. I know.
You should just, you are on top of abusing that. As long as he doesn't show it, absolutely just hold forward JP Nash. Good 6K. Good starter. Okay.
Yep, I saw that. I saw that coming.
Yeah, so pot with 50 meter, Gigantor is a really good move. What I do normally, whoops.
No, I'm gonna free jump right there. What the fuck?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I just 5P safe Oki, and then if he does it, I throw it. Ideally, you would throw into the corner, but I don't trust my execution half the time, so... You can also, if you want to hard call it... Whoops, no, you can't do that.
Now I have a conundrum, because electricity went out, so my fan is noisy, but I can't open my windows because my fucking neighbors will not shut the fuck up. I'll just have a heat stroke. Okay. Let's keep going.
So, did you see what I said about the 5P safe Oki here?
Yeah, I heard.
Cool.
And you mentioned it before.
Yeah, so... Pot with 50 meter, just be careful. It can happen to anyone. And then especially because it's counter hit, your stun is kind of jacked right now, so just be aware of that. That's a very classic Potemkin move.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, just overcommitted to the air movement. At this kind of range, yeah.
You know, I said this earlier, like, when I first saw this set, I told him, you haven't done a single 2 heavy at all. I'm like, do you know that move exists? I mean, you have almost 100 meter.
Yeah, that's a good point. Every one of these matches, you've kind of just gotten your meter, but you don't use it for anything other than to recharge. 2H can strike a lot of fear into Potemkin because of the throwing vuln, and then you can also just kind of abuse him with stuff like, one of the things that I'll do against Potemkin a lot is BRP level 1 RC, because BRP is surprisingly really hard to contest for a lot of characters. They just rely on the frame disadvantage from you hitting it. So if you just BRP 1 RC, it's 50 meter to buy your turn, basically.
It'll hit, that's a confirm, so...
Yeah, that's also true. Okay, yeah, stun, you're dead. Okay, that happens. So...
But yeah, like, for the mid-screen, you really need to learn how to enforce some sort of mix-up. Because the frame traps that you're doing, bot has no reason to fear it.
Yeah, right now, it's a combination issue of, like, you're not giving him a reason to mash or to be afraid, and you're also just not being aggressive enough that he feels he needs to respect you. So, like, he gets away with just doing whatever. Okay. We're on start forward JP again. Hey, wow, caught the Hammerfall. Okay, wrong combo red. This is...
Not in American problems. Alright. Alright.
Oh, did you already double jump?
Wait, what?
Did you already double jump here? You did. Wow, that is a low double jump. Okay.
Yeah.
Then in that case, combo route is that. Always DP Ender here. You can, heavy air quotes, AC charge there for free, but be careful of like neutral tech JS, which might counter hit you and own you. But yeah, if you land like JP spam, always, always, always confirm into stuff like
DP mostly.
Yeah, DP.
That's one of the bad habits that I picked up from the fucking month-long, this 3-month-long Lab arc, which is like now I cannot hit confirm air fucking strings into.
It's fine. It's just a learned
I don't know
skill.
why.
You have to practice. Okay, so run confirm. Okay.
Unless you gotta cancel the blockhead, that's not a good play right there. Run up 5 heavy against. Unless he's in the air, 5 heavy isn't. Unless he's in the air or you're at 5 heavy against bot is not a good play.
Yeah.
It is not.
So like, there's a couple things here. You're playing the full screen game. You're trying to get away, and you start charging here. You see pot jump towards you. That's a good time to stop charging. But then like, you backdash in the corner, which I'm already not a fan of. And then you see him jump back, so you decide to run up. But then you press 5 heavy, and it's like he's already burned his double jump. There was no way he was going to get in the air and put out a button in order to be anti-aired here. Even in this time, so it's just like... I appreciate that you stopped charging when you saw him jump towards you. It's just everything after that is kind of like pretty questionable.
At this point, I thought you were gonna do the Shadow Fox special and just run up DP.
Oh, I was... Run up Gunblades might
I
not have been a bad idea either at that point.
I don't think I ever run a PG, like at all.
It's... I'm not going to say it's not a bad idea. I am going to say that sometimes it is a necessary evil in certain matchups.
Look, man, I'm a man of God. Okay.
It's good if they're going to die and they have no meter to FD, and if they're not Soul, because Soul could just jump heavy that shit.
Soul can 2 heavy and then empty jump you and decide why. 2 heavy counter hit, empty jump to bait your burst, and then get a full combo anyway, and it's like, nice, good game. But yeah, 5H here, not a great idea. Burst after getting hit by Hammerfall. Momentum burst, it's okay. Okay, that was the right time to Gunblaze, sort of. If he had committed harder, he would have landed into that and died. Unfortunately, this is the wrong time to action charge.
Action charge, yeah.
So I like the idea. The follow through needs some work. Fortunately, you get bailed out by hitbox interactions and you get a knockdown. So this is pressure time. Body thud. You're at level 2 and 2/3. It's go time. There's actually a corner cross-up waiting for you right here. If you IADJS, there is no way in hell he blocks that cross-up.
I have yet to look at how that shit works.
Well, that one's not the weird, wonky interaction with, like, micro-lock stuff. This is literally... You can see where he's landing, and his midsection is nowhere near the corner. No one else will notice this. This is weird crap that only I notice, both in this and Melty. But, like, if you watch how someone falls in relation to the corner, not where they're knocked down, but how they are falling, you can really, really easily tell when there's, like, 3 or 4 or however many pixel gap in between the corner and them. So, this knockdown right here, no one's gonna block a cross-up. No one is thinking, oh yes, Order Soul is going to IAD over me, JS into a corner, and cross me up. But there's absolutely a gap here, and you can own them for it. I like the 2P, catches the backdash. Should have gone for the easy stuff. This right here.
No. To be fair, 4 is extremely consistent on pot. It's just a case where I got only 1 hit before going into the recharge shit.
If you say so. This is.
If I was you, I would. If I was you, I would have went for 2 gun blazes, level 3 battery revolver prototype, jump over him, 2D level 2 blockhead. And yes, I would have did the couple shit. And you know that worked. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know what you mean.
Setup. You know exactly what setup I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
I would have just. Well, I'm lazy. I would have just cashed out into ACFRC action charge 6H knockdown.
That also would have worked since you still have level 2. You could have dashed in 2 heavy, dash up 6K, level 2 blockhead.
Yeah.
You still could have turned at quarter position.
The point here is like Potemkin in the corner with you having charge is your win condition. There is no reason to do fancy stuff when you are at your win condition. You just take the win condition and you spend as much time as possible in the win condition. It doesn't matter if you're doing short stuff, it doesn't matter if you're making CMVs. You are in your win condition. Okay, well, he techs out. That's unfortunate.
Okay, that was good. Like, he has to show to block high after.
Yeah, he does. It's one of the things. I think it's like run up DP. It's you gotta do it. You have to show that you're willing to do it, and you have to check if they're willing to block it. So.
Despite it being max range, worst case scenario, if he doesn't instant block it, +5, it's still your turn.
Yeah, that's also very true. They're +5 and you still have level 2 counting down, so you can do like 5k BHB2, rebuy all your pressure. Okay. Get the knockdown. Good. Yeah, that's fine.
That was unfortunate. Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah, like, that's fine. I would... Oh, you don't have meter. I was about to say I would dead angle here, but you've been recharging the whole time, so you don't have meter to dead angle. That was a backdash on...
Fuck, how did my dog get me? Wait, give me a single fuck?
Sure. Oh, that was up back.
Is my fan way too noisy?
I don't even hear your fan.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, you're good on my end.
I don't like Gunblaze in that situation just because the pocket just decided not to do anything after 2D and just made that shit all. It seems like every time I try to go for silly Gunblazes like that, they always get baited.
Yeah.
It works.
I have mixed feelings about it because I actually lost a tournament set to that exact thing. I gunblazed thinking Mike was going to hammerfall, and he just 2D'd, waited, and pot-bustered me, and I lost the set at last game, last round. But that's why I say you can react to it.
I do not like gunblaze as a reversal.
I would only do it... So like I said before, I wait until I see a 2D blocked, and then I'm buffering it, but I'm not inputting it until I see Hammerfall. Like, yeah, I can still get Hammerfall break killed, but the times that happens versus just wait on 2D, much less. It's kind of like a third strike kind of thing, you know, where you buffer super, but unless you see it hit, you don't go for it.
Yeah, like, the only time I really like Gunblaze as a defensive option like that is if I'm seeing an IAD. And even then, that's only against... If it's like jab oh, all day because Goblins actually hit her. But if it's someone like Soul or Billy who could strength their hurt box, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that being fair. Then what I would say is, if you don't want to gamble,
They have the life lead in here.
yeah, you can afford to do nothing. If you don't want to gamble on Gunblaze, then DP is always fun to just mash on reaction to Hammerfall. Okay, yeah, so this was... Did you already... This is an air tech situation, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so yeah. Then...
I think I tried to catch him after landing with Rose last night.
Yeah, you should have converted that. At this height, converting to level 2 DP, that's a knockdown. Or you get a full combo. No reason you could avoid playing that guessing game entirely. Right here? Not here. Yeah, so right here, this IAD JP string, I do not like to end on JP against Potemkin because he can IB Potbuster that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I would say
But
if you're gonna do the IAD stuff, end on a JH or like JS.
Well, at that height, you're too low, so only JK would have worked.
You can do
I don't-
JH from here because it's an
From
IAD.
here, like with a JH hit.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's an IAD, so you're at a fixed height the whole time.
What the fuck is happening? What the fuck are all these shit posters?
Oh, that's Mac. Don't worry about it. Anyway, you keep your pressure, but then you give it up. Bad idea. You have life lead. You have charge. This is still go time. You're still in control here.
yeah. Yeah, at this point, level 2 rocket to keep your advantage. And
Yeah.
you push them to the corner.
Anyway, yeah.
It's like you're +4. After level 2 rocket, you're still +4, so you can still work with that. Especially if he does hit instant block or FD. Or, I mean, even if he does decide to FD, just do it again. What is he going to do to stop it?
Yeah, exactly. No. Okay, drops the combo.
I saw the instant block with jump S. I was like, okay, sword viper right there.
Oh yeah.
And then he got hit. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that's a hard one to do.
It is, but it's something you at level 3. It's something. It's a very feasible option.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When you're that low, I thought it was higher, but yeah, that's definitely. Anyway, converted. Drops the combo so you don't die. That's punish. This is fear. This is 100% fear right here. That move, you are 1,
Yeah, that's
2,
fast.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You are like plus 20 or something here.
That that's a
That is
faster
a
punish,
kill.
Yeah.
This is
And even if you weren't prepared to do anything else, you could have did 2 level 3 Savage Fang.
yeah, but this is one of those things where it's like, this is fear. This is the fear of the matchup talking, where you're like, oh god, I'm in the corner against Potemkin, and I'm in death range. You need to like be able to step outside of that fear and be like, I know the next hit I'm gonna die, but I can't let that stop me from playing like I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Savage Fang.
I should have. You're right.
Okay, that happens. Oh no, it's okay. You had like 2 or 3 chances here. Because Savage Fang. You could have confirmed that to Rocket.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens.
Oh, I would not have pushed it. I would have just dead angry.
That's a panic burst. That's a panic burst.
Yeah, and that's a panic Fafnir.
Yeah. Nah, this entire round is panic.
Yeah, it happens. Questionable moves. Oh, he was trying to air throw you. What?
Yeah.
Okay, sure, yeah, why not, I guess. It's not like you have a dedicated anti-air grab.
Yeah, that was a hard read.
How
That was a hard read. But then again, he has been showing to jump after Hammerfall.
Oh yeah,
So
that's a good point, yeah. Okay, good tick throw. I like that. Tick throwing the grappler specifically is a really good move, not because it's like unexpected or particularly strong, but because it shows the other player that you're not afraid to play in their range. Like when you tick throw the grappler, he has to be aware that, well, has to is a strong word, people can just not think in this game, but normally it sends the message that you're willing to take risks directly in his face, and that's something that he has to respect. There's a surprising number of people who will just never tick throw a grappler. Nice 2 HRC.
There you go. Don't like that combo though, but I don't like that charge with either.
It was.
What are we critiquing? What are we talking about? Wait, stop making sounds. Just tell me. Oh,
This.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's the charge burst. Do not like charge burst against Potemkin. Just because of the threat of Hammerfall, super armor.
Yeah. Okay. That safe jump you could have done, Blaze. These late ones, specifically, I think it's... Yeah, so this is off Pop Buster. The safe jump off Pop Buster, you can gun Blaze. Oops. If I can do my gun Blaze properly. Okay, I take it back. I think I got the reversal there. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
My bad. So it's, yeah, just cross and change. This is another situation where the IB is really crucial. If you IB, okay, so yeah, like 2K, 2S. If you IB the 2K, you can backdash the 2S. If you IB the 2S, you can backdash the Hammerfall. And then right here again, you can IB that 2S and just backdash the 2D.
That was fucking impossible. I swear to God.
It's fine. It's just something you need to practice. Like, go into training mode, record pot doing a bunch of random strings into 2S 2D, or 2S whatever, and then just practice IB and backdash on the 2S. Again, confirm into air normals. You already spent all... Oh, you got blazed here. That's what happened. Wait.
yeah, or try to go this on rocket.
Yeah, no. Oh, goddamn.
It happens. It happens, but that is the right play against Potemkin's doing JD constantly.
Yeah, it just happens. It's something you need to accept that will happen, and more importantly, when it does happen, you need to not panic and you need to not kick yourself. You need to just keep playing. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with, like, sometimes you're gonna have the right... Oh, you tried to air throw. That was not the right anti-air read. Sometimes, you know, you're gonna do something and you're gonna get hit by counter hit JS, and yeah, it happens. Tech buttons, okay. So, I mentioned it before, I don't mind giving up pressure to get to level 2, I do mind giving up pressure to get to level 3. The difference between level 1 and level 2 in this matchup is really huge. The difference between level 2 and level 3 in the matchup, in my opinion, isn't really that big.
And I disagree on.
Okay.
Like, the damage output, the corner carry, all that, it kind of sort of makes it worth it.
Okay. Okay, then.
But not something to go for, like, every time you're full screen or whatever. No. It's something you just have to pull out every once in a while.
Okay.
But, like, yeah, this is a matchup where you kind of do want to know how to play it at all sorts of level, at level 1. Mostly level 1 and level 2, though, because that's where you're going to be at. Well, those are the easiest levels to make. Like, level 3 is really hard to maintain constantly, even with all the reasons. Still most stuck at level 2.
Yeah, I think I just need to be more comfortable pressuring Potemkin in particular, because I don't think I have a problem with like doing pressure itself, or at least not now, right? But I do think that against Potemkin I was like way too afraid. I did not want to like fucking.
It happens.
like right there, too heavy. Yeah, 75 meters. So what you can do?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Guess what? You're still plus, and you have level 3.
Nah, okay, you're right.
Yeah, just shoving 2H in a lot of these block strings is really good. What I was gonna say is this right here. This is committing suicide. Deciding I'm just going to full jump JP at Potemkin from full screen doing nothing. That's just asking to get 6 speed.
Yeah, like if you're going to just full jump against any character, you may as well just throw your strongest button. Don't do it with JP.
Yeah. So. But he's right. Like when you land there, just 2H. This is where you just kind of go nuts on him. Okay. Good round take. Nice.
There you go.
That, but with level 2. And even with level 1, you could see he whiffed that button. Like, there was no way. He's still in recovery. Like, this is one of the big keys.
Could you have dash back and it got the 5k punish?
Let's find out. From the backdash. Okay, a bit too early.
No, but you do make a block though.
Yeah, it looks like it's a bit too tight for that. Okay, well, you got the rocket. That's spooky. Okay, get that. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Dash up 2D is
Not good against bot.
Yeah.
It's not because for one, far slash is it. Body at that button.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like far slash 2S, bot, dash up 2D.
So, counter hit. Good DP. It's the first DP you've shown all game, all set.
Okay. Now, if they're going to air tech for it like that, that is your chance to gun blaze.
Yeah, that's also
Especially since you have some level 2. That is your gun blaze. That's your gun blaze opportunity.
And what I was going to say is, if you're going to go for air throw punish like this is what I'm talking about. Where you jump up, IB their button, and then air throw them. Which you tried to do, you were just a bit late, and your air throw got eaten by the IB in the first place. But like, I would just wait till I see that IB and then air throw. Okay, get the throw on ground, that's fine.
I don't like that.
6H!
Yeah, just either 6H or go for dust swoop.
No, right there. No, right. No, okay. Actually, I have a fucking bone to pick with Oligari. Because I swear to God, everyone tells me that 6H knockdowns are good or that you got safe jumps. I have lapped this shit.
I never said they were gonna give you knockdowns or safe jumps. They just give you a knockdown on a character that struggles to get knocked down.
You're not gonna get safe jumps, but you do get dash up 2 heavy. Like, that's guaranteed.
Okay.
Also, you do get a safe jump.
game sucks, man.
Okay, you get a safe jump or protector, but someone like
Yeah, some characters you're not gonna get it. But...
yeah, like hitters with fast get up speeds, you're not gonna get a safe jump for. But dash up, it's heavy and too heavy, that's guaranteed.
Yeah. Like the thing here isn't really you didn't 6H. I'm not grilling you for that specifically. What I'm grilling you for is you didn't get a knockdown here, or you didn't get a combo. You chose to spend your meter and then get nothing. You AC'd it, so you didn't lose your meter, but it's like...
No. That was a misinput. That should have been a ATFRC dash up. Gunblaze. Level 3.
Okay.
Level 3 DP ender. Yeah.
Okay. That's air throw.
Yeah, that's air throw. Like, instant block JD, that's air throw.
Yeah, that's the safe option to beat JD, is jump up, ID, and air throw it every single time. It's something you're actually going to have to lab, because the timing for it is really weird, but it's pretty guaranteed once you're used to it. Almost had to confirm. You were almost sick. You should have...
I think you could
raw close slash.
Yeah, should have close slash here.
Yeah, that's called slash.
You could close slash, super jump into BRP level 2 knockdown.
Close slash. Super jump. Nah. No. The conversion rate there would have been close slash 5H.
Oh yeah, that would also work.
Yeah.
Okay, well you got his burst. Nice. Good disrespect.
I don't. That level 3, you charged way too long there.
Yeah, that's.
I get greedy.
Like you cannot hold charge pressure during halls like that. You have to tap charge.
Yeah, that's a. If he had responded with 2S there, you just get rocked. Oh, JS knockdown. Happens. Mega fist. Ooh. Okay.
That could have been bad.
The 6H trade is really, really spooky. This is... Okay. I am amazed that worked.
Yeah, because actually trying to just randomly dash against Potemkin like that when he's doing actual frame traps, not just whatever into Pop Buster, that is really hard for orders to do. Not if it's 2P really can't go against that.
Okay, the OTG Burst, though, I kind of like. OTG Burst, there's very few ways that you're going to get significantly punished for, and it's a pretty good get off me, so... That OTG Burst, I actually like. You're... that was a rocket punish. I'm gonna rewind because I want to watch this round at full speed to comment on something, but I'll save that for later. Okay. Good burst, or good bait on the Gigantor. Good DP.
I saw the try. There you go. There's that gunplay.
Okay, I want to rewatch this round, so... Okay. So, this round, kind of...
Okay, hey, rewind a bit. Where you did 2D and it lived. 2D is not a good anti-air against Potemkin. In any other matchup, it's situational at best. Against Potemkin, it is not awful.
Oh, right here. That wasn't an anti-air, though. That was legit trying to just dash up 2D him. Because, like, that's how many frames into jump startup? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, that's not a reaction. That's just a slow implementation of a plan. So, what I was going to say is, this happens a lot through the round, and kind of like through a bunch of the other rounds. But the plan with you versus Pot seems to be a lot of JP, which is good, but then the backup for it is you dash up and swing with like single buttons. and then if they don't work out, you give up your turn. And like the dash up and swing with single buttons is a really bad idea against the guy with super armor. Like that dash up close S, or the dash up far S, the like dash up 2Ds, they're just not really a good idea to be doing in this matchup. Like I said, a lot of the time, I'm just sticking with like P and K guys until I'm either wanting to reset to neutral or at some kind of range where I feel like I have to contest, but I don't have that distance. But like, these little ticky-tacky single hits are just gonna get you armored and killed.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a lot of gambling for a minimal reward, especially when you don't confirm it, and especially when you don't convert the blocks into pressure.
Thing is, like, another part of me is thinking, like, you know, well, my single hit buttons are the ones with range, but then, like, the ones that are, like, I can just, like, keep chaining, like, my P and K normals, those are very fucking close, right?
Yeah, and that's why we've been telling you so much that, like, you need to get in and you need to stay in. And if you're out... So, here's the thing. The mid-range in this matchup is a really bad place for you to be. To me, the mid-range in this matchup doesn't exist. You are in Potemkin's face, or you are making Potemkin come to you. If you are in the mid-range, you are in no man's land, and you're going to die. When I want to play footsies with Potemkin, I'm standing at, like, just past his 5H range, where I can whiff punish him, trying to stop me from coming in with far S, and where I can 5H him if he tries to jump over and try to skip neutral. But I'm not trying to swing into him. If I'm in that kind of range, I am purely defensive. I do not want to stick out far S and get counter hit 6H into death.
Alright.
See, I agree with a lot of what you just said, but the thing about fighting mid-range is no man's land, it's only no man's land if you don't plan on going in immediately afterwards. If you're not planning on using your resources to get your in, it's not really worth it at that point. But if you're willing to make a check with a random band revolver, get your knockdown, or level 3 blockhead just to make sure you keep your plus frames, that's fine. It's when you're just / nothing or 2P2P nothing. That is no man's land right there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, if you're willing to try to enforce some sort of mix-up with, like, max range 2D or far S or just frame advantage, that's fine.
Okay, next match.
Heaven or hell? Duel. One. Let's rock.
The tech forward. So I have a personal vendetta against tech forward here in this matchup because Mike will do this thing where he will 2H or he'll hammerfall and then he'll just heat knuckle. And this is a thing that everyone does against Potemkin, and Mike is just really good at exploiting it because no other Potemkin really bothers. But everyone techs super high up against Potemkin, and they always try to tech out of the corner. Or sometimes they'll just tech back into the corner for no good reason. But, like, this kind of thing is a free heat knuckle. It's super scary to do.
If you're going to tech like that, you may as well tech for air dash out of the corner.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Don't try a neutral tech or back tech for Potemkin, especially in the corner, yeah, because that's free too heavy heat knuckle, like you just said.
I think the way that I ended up dealing with it was when Mike would 2H me in the corner, I would delay neutral tech close to the ground. And that way I didn't take the knockdown, and I also didn't get heat knuckled. And I don't think he ever pot bustered me for it. I don't think I ever got a punish, though, if he whiffed. but it was just like a kind of... It was a kind of thing that I had to learn, because it's a Mikeism. He will 2H, intentionally let you reset, and then, Heavenly or Heat Knuckle you. Don't like the charge here. This is one where you could have actually reacted with Charge Burst and blown him up, but I don't like charging at this range in general. It's way too close, and you have nowhere to go.
That's a bit too close, yeah. I agree on that.
Ah!
Got played.
That happens. And he's gonna get the 6-8. Oh, he dropped it. You have to delay on that. Okay, I would not burst there. I'd have just saved it for the next round.
A Kali burst.
Yeah, that is a Kali burst, actually. Okay, so a lot of it, a lot of it you did to yourself, but it's a pot round. You just shake it off. You're like, whatever happens. I'll get him next time.
Let's rock.
More of that like single hit into no man's land stuff. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's good. Blockhead Buster neutral, really, really good. He can counter poke it, but if he tries to hammerfall on you, that just blows it up. You stop him dead cold there.
Yeah, like, your one stop sign is hammerfall in this matchup. And far slash. Far slash into blockhead, that's your stop sign. Like 2F, not so much because his far S will body it. But far slash is really, really good as a stop sign.
His 5H will also kill it. That was a button I always had trouble with. Okay. Ooh, I appreciate the tech chase. Good DP. Don't respect. That one you might not have been able to air throw, actually. No. No, you could not. That's unfortunate.
No. Not unless he has it blocked.
You know what I'd actually like to see? I'd like to see a lot more DPs on defense. You've only represented it twice, and you've gotten a lot with, like, jump forward JP out of Hammerfall Break. But if he's not Hammerfall Breaking, you kind of just sit there. I would like to see a lot more, like, IB DP kind of stuff. I understand that you're scared here, but, when he whiffs, that's go time. Like, you're already backdashing, but... yeah, actually that would have counted. So maybe Blessing in Disguise, but, like... He blocked 2D. Oh, no, he made you whiff. The second backdash, I wouldn't have done. And especially here, where he whiffs that, like, you're afraid. You're right next to the grappler, so you backdash. But, like, we've talked about this. You were plus an ungodly amount. That's time to press. Good 6k. Good confirm. Okay, you got the burst. That's fine.
Dead angle without
Oh, yeah.
that was a dead right there. I would have kept my turn going.
Right here?
No, before that.
No, the, you meant right here, right?
There.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's absolutely a dead angle. What I was going to point out is, right here.
That's Rocket Punish.
Yeah. Rocket Punish at the least. Oh, you had level 3, so that. I was going to say, that's Fafnir Punish. Like, this is minus... something like minus 10 or minus 12. But it's Fafnir punishable. This is IAD loop punishable if you have no meter. Fafnir punishable. If you have meter,
Oh goddamn, Hammerfall is like minus 18 actually.
yeah, like there's a
Yeah.
reason it has an FRC, and he hasn't been able to hit the FRC consistently. So if he has less than 50 meter, I would challenge with an optimal punish, and if he has 50 meter or more, I would just challenge anyway with like DP because he's gonna try to RC or FRC and do something. So, actually, you know, with level 3, that's okay.
I would have just sat back and chilled.
Yeah.
No reason to go in it.
I was thinking, like, this is to bait a whiff. Is the idea this is either a bait a jump or a whiff? But it's like...
I was thinking baiting slide head.
Ooh, maybe. I think either way, what I would have done is... So I bait, nothing happens. I think I dash up to where the fish are in the background, and I FD break. And I just kind of wait around there for Potemkin to try to do something. And then I either whiff punish with Rocket, or control this space from here. Because that's like... Yeah, that's around the optimal range I want to be.
Wait, what's the optimal range? Wait, what?
So... Yeah, okay, I was right. So, right around here. Right... See where those fish are? In the background?
Yeah.
Right there. That kind of
Alright.
spacing, I think, is my optimal range. It's just inside the tip of 5H, so I'm encouraging him to swing. But if he swings, backwalk out of there will take effect before proc scarred. I'll make him whiff his 5H, and then I can whiff punish. Yeah, so you can see the 5H reaches about yay far. So I would have been just outside the range, and that's a really good range. But the main idea was basically you were doing a lot of stuff on defense, but without a good reason to do it. Okay. Checked him with Bandit Revolver. That's good. 2H.
No, too heavy, too heavy, too heavy. Yeah, 75 meter. That would have killed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is a game-ending scenario. No matter what you hit him with on Oki, you kill him because you have level 2. And granted, if he woke up with Gigantor here, both Brandino and I would have gotten hit. But we can survive the combo. That's the thing. We could survive getting hit with the,
Wait, hold on. At that hill, could he?
No, at this
hill?
point you're outside the gut spike. You have like 200 converted health at this point, I think. Maybe 150. You would definitely survive. He would have to like...
And even worst case scenario, had he would have blocked it and dead angled, you still would have been full square and you still would have had level 2. It still would have been, it still would have been your advantage.
Yeah. Not like, this is... I'll say it again. This is your win con. You have meter, you have charge, and you have Potemkin waking up in a corner. And then you give up your win con.
Yeah, there's literally, anytime you hit level 2 bandit in the corner, there's no reason to back off. Unless he showed a reversal backpack, which he really hasn't or had to, because you will back off.
Get hit by Manifest. Happens. Good DP. I like the DP. Okay. That is Fafnir Punish. No, you had no meter. That is...
That's 5k.
Yeah. You can, at the very least... If I had the time for it, you could IAD loop him. But yeah, you could just 5k 2D.
Yeah, 5k 2D gut blaze. Which I don't think you've done at all yet.
Yeah. The main idea is basically punish the hammer
Yeah,
fall.
do it. That and just do it just to see if he'll block it, or see if he knows how to block it. And if they don't know how to block it, oh, that's you getting good at that point.
Okay, gold burst, go time. You hit a gold burst, that is go. You have no reason to sit around because you aren't getting any resources. Well, you're getting charged. That's a reason. But...
Level 2, like that's great right there. That is go
Yeah.
first. That's level 2. That's go time. Level 3, I would not go because that is way harder to maintain.
2K punish. Okay, a couple things. Number 1, 2K punish. Bad. Don't 2K punish. Number 2, and you're gonna yell at me for this because I'm about to give you bad advice. One of the most common burst points in Guilty Gear is
2K.
Move with long duration gets whiffed, and the opponent gets hit for it. If Soul whiffs VV, and you hit him, he will burst that hit 80% of the time. This is a SoCal specialty. If you punish something that is the equivalent of a DP, and for Pot, that's going to be Hammerfall, you throw that burst every single time. So you can see, he whiffs,
Terrible.
immediately burst.
Terrible. Terrible.
This is a SoCal thing of you need to recognize when people are going to burst, and it's long recovery, high risk move gets punished. Second hit.
Okay, wait. Let me do some fucking thinking right now. I had 100 meter in level 2. What should I like? Let's say I block that burst. What would I even do?
Let's find out.
Close S, 2S, 5 heavy, level 2 rocket. Keep pushing up to the corner. Keep your mix up. Keep your OV. Keep pushing up to the corner. Go to town. That's what you have done.
I think an even better idea. Whoops. Hold on. I gotta. There you go.
Honestly, at that point, I would have went for back turn OP at that point.
Oh, yeah, you could. I just always cash out because I hate the damage.
You don't have to cash out that hard. Look. You do the gun blaze level 2, you action charge, micro walk back, then you do a normal reland.
Okay.
Then you have to go into a recharge because
But like
Gotcha.
right here, if you don't want to throw the burst, which I understand, you can just gun blaze under the burst.
yeah. Well, that's fair. That's actually fair.
Hey, yeah, I would have just instant block level 2 rocket.
I would have thrown it. I would have absolutely 100% thrown it.
Ooh, from a 2K, maybe from a 5K starter, not 2K.
Is 2K jump cancelable? I forget.
No.
Oh, then
no.
yeah, I would have gotten hit trying to throw it. My bad.
Okay. Well, I don't even think that Orzo has any moves that are jump cancelable except for his standing.
Wait. Having crouching moves that jump cancelable, or just jump cancelable moves?
I mean, it's just like the standing normals except for Sits B, Sits K, Sits H, and 5D.
Yeah, I mean, most characters don't have crouching jump cancelable normals.
Yeah.
Unless you're like Jam or Lycan or Kai.
I was gonna say, looking at you, Faust.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Anyway, back to neutral. You get hit, and then get air thrown.
Then I would have been
Hey,
that
there we
angle. There you go. I would have been it sooner. But that works. There you go.
Nice. I don't like the Fafnir here, just because you want to have that 50 meter. I would have...
Unless it... Oh, I agree. I don't like it.
Yeah, I would have AC'd here, and then just run up and run out. Yeah. Okay, he hit it, you're dead. Yep, that happens. That is an unfortunate reality of the matchup. Yeah, basically you gave up winnable rounds both times, and I mean, or no, sorry, the first round you committed suicide like twice, and then pot round happened, which is you know, whatever. The second round, though, was absolutely winnable, but you gave it up. Which is fine, you know, you just live and learn.
Heaven or hell? Duel. Let's rock.
Okay, good DP. I like being a lot more aggressive with the DPs, especially for just like first hit kind of stuff. Don't let Potemkin get started, because especially if you're not ACing the DP, his punish without resources really isn't all that bad. Like, it still sucks. You're still gonna get hit by 2H and whatnot, but like, if you're not letting him get the counter hit, he doesn't get that much.
With how this bot player is second, you could gun blaze with the little covered on the way down.
Oh, yeah, that's also true. I haven't even been focusing on, like, picking apart player habits. I've just been thinking about generic pot versus. With how this dude blocks, I would just be abusing, like, every single time I had level 2 or 3, I would just be BRP3ing. He hasn't blocked, like, a single one. That's an unfortunate drop. You should have confirmed.
Yeah, PPP caves, Thor Viper.
Yeah.
Or maybe, yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe he just dropped it.
Let me check
Oh,
the
wait, no,
inputs. No. No SV there.
Oh, it's too low.
Or no, you can get it. He just didn't input it. It was, And then, yeah. Frioki. You could even AC it if you wanted. Charge up on the ground, get level 2.5 while he's basically in the corner. But yeah, this is... It's a small thing, you know? It's one of those minor optimizations that gets you a lot of mileage. It's just cashing out these airstrings into DP. There you go. That's why JP is so miserable. Nice. Perfect. He's not blocking. Just abuse BRP. If he doesn't want to block it, that's on him. 2H. You're gonna get... Ah! You had the...
Hold on, wait, hold on. Did you backdash? Did the Potemkin backdash?
I think he did. I would have gotten hit, but... Yeah, okay.
I would have did 6K. Maybe it would have hit. Maybe. I would have hit 6K.
I was too absorbed in fulfilling my third strike player fantasies, and I was going to say, you have the weird third strike OS set up here, where your tension is just enough so that if you hit the 2H, you will RC, you'll get a 50 meter and you'll get an RC, and if you don't hit the 2H, you won't spend any meter. Or if they block the 2H or you don't hit it, you won't spend any meter because you won't get 50 meter to RC.
Yeah, I know the OS, yeah.
But, yeah, you give up your win condition, bad. You rocket him trying to escape, good. Well, that one you went in after. Okay, throw RC. At this point, what the hell was that?
It's okay.
That looked like you messed up.
Okay, so Heat Knuckle, forward H, forward P. Oh, he tried to Hammerfall break. He didn't have charge, so he got 6P. That's what happened. Or no, he had charge. He missed the, yeah, he tried to Hammerfall too soon. At this point, I would just, yeah, chill out. Okay, yeah, that works. That's one of those situations where, like, I would just chill out, get level 2, and then it's basically checkmate. Because if he ever whiffs anything, he dies. And if he tries to play too passive, you just jump at him and he dies. But you did a good job closing the round out. Just not blocking. Hello?
Didn't even.
Oh, no,
99 second no input?
No, okay. Look. I have a bad habit. You know how the Order Soul channel is stupid?
Don't
I
look
have
at
to get
Discord
checked
while
on
you're
it.
playing.
Yeah.
Number one rule. Do not look
Holy
at
shit.
anything other than the game while you are playing. If that means you have to move everything into one window that the game is over, then you do that. Do not look at chat.
Yeah, that's why, like, I have, like, my Discord is the do not disturb, so I don't get Discord messages.
Nah, I'm having to delete shit. You know how it is.
That's fine. You can do that after your set.
I can't. I'm desperate. But
When I play...
yes.
when-
I'm not
if you
desperate,
ever
I'm
go
fucked.
into a tournament and you are on stream, one of the things you need to be able to do is to know people are commenting about you and saying things about you and be able to just tune it out completely. Because I guarantee you, nothing, literally nothing they are saying is more important than what's going on at the moment. They could
be
be
fair,
telling you
there's
the
actually a
secrets of the
reason.
universe, and it doesn't fucking matter, because right now you're in a match fighting Potemkin, and no matter what kind of coaching they're giving you, it's not going to change your abilities at that exact moment.
You're right, and as a matter of fact, this is why I close like every single Twitch chat when I know that I'm either going up on stream or that I have a match. 'Cause
Yeah, so do the same with Discord. Anyway. Bound round start stuff inside. Nice! Good gumbos.
There you go, there's the gun blaze.
Okay.
Whoa.
Huh. I've never seen that interaction before. Did
Me
you...
either, because
Did the startup not happen? Do you have a weird misplaced pixel? That
It's
is...
just me being godlike. I don't know.
That is bizarre. Okay.
Maybe it'll bright before the active.
Yeah, maybe. Here's... Okay, well, let's turn it into a learning experience here. So you're pressing 2S here. What exactly are you expecting for this 2S to do? Like, what is the reason... I can see you're mashing it here. You're mashing really hard in this block string. So what exactly are you expecting to get out of this 2S?
We're gonna interrupt some shit. What shit? I don't know.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you're expecting it to hit, right?
Yes.
Okay, buffer rocket.
Yes.
If you are expecting block or hit, there is zero reason to not be buffering rocket here. If you get a block, you're plus. If you get a hit, you get a full combo. If you were doing like a zoning 2S where you're not sure if it's going to hit or not, you can buffer charge cancel. But the point is, you should never be doing just 2S nothing, because 2S nothing is a worthless move. At best, it counter hits, and oh look, I'm back in bad neutral. Except I have like +3 frames that don't matter because I'm 2/3 of a screen or half a screen away from Potemkin. So you should absolutely be buffering something behind that. Ah, almost. Had to super jump off the close S. Good. Ah, confirm! You have level 3! That's... Can you get it from that? I think you can.
Well,
Oops. If I can
Do you mean?
hit... Yeah.
No. Level 3 DP literally fucking like chunks
Okay,
through
here.
fuck-
Here's a question for you. Would
Yeah.
you rather have Oki and level 2 and 100 damage, or land directly in front of Pot with questionable frame advantage?
I could have converted that into a knockdown. I'm just ass.
Okay, then do it!
I'm
My
telling
point,
you that
my
I'm
point
ass.
isn't...
I
Oh shit,
should've done
sorry.
it.
My point isn't do that route. My point is convert your damn shit.
I know. I'm telling you, I would have, because I've done it before the match. I've done the whole match. I ran up the fucking hammerfall. What I'm doing. It happens to be really. It's a moment of touch. There you go.
Here it is. Okay, JP, convert. Well, you get the BRP. It's fine. He's not blocking high anyway. Oh, there's our answer. 6K doesn't work. But you did Oki. That was the important part. Is you went for an aggressive play when you had the advantage.
God damn it! How did I not go in there? I'm mad.
That one, you gunblaze too early.
Yeah.
You're in recovery here. Or no, yeah, hold on, yeah, you stand up. Okay, so right now, what's happening is you're panicking. You're like, I have a life lead, Potemkin's near death,
Yeah.
all I need to do is not get hit. That is the wrong way to think. There's a phenomenon in tennis where people who were winning matches will suddenly start losing while they're up, and it's because your frame of mind shifts from I need to win to I need to not lose. When you have a 50% life lead, that is not, for Order Soul anyway, that is not a defensive buffer that you play safe with. That's gambling money. That is, I can take risks to close this game out. You can play safe. You could absolutely play a safe standard game and use your health as a buffer. But this is like, this is close out the game time.
My what happened?
Oh. Basically what I was saying is, or when did it cut out?
You just gotten back to the no, I hit the level 3. Okay, I did the Oki.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah.
Okay, so you did the Oki. Well,
oh, no. I got this. That was when it cut out.
Okay. Did you hear my stuff about, like, closing the round and health advantage?
Nope.
Okay, so I'll rewind to that. So right here, when you get hit, you're backdashing, and this is panic mode. This is, I need to not die. I have a life lead, and Potemkin's near death. I can play lame and finish the game. That's the wrong mentality. There's a thing in tennis where players who are up, like an entire set, will suddenly start losing, even though they were dominating early. And it's because their frame of mind shifts from, I need to win, to I need to not lose my lead. And that's makes them play differently than they were when they were winning. And that means you can lose. When you have like a 50-40% health lead and you have resources, that is not I need to not die time. That is go time. Your health, you can play safe and you can use your health as an extra buffer to your safe play. And that's completely valid. You can also force your aggression much better because you have health to spare. You have money to gamble with, and Potemkin doesn't. He needs to play safe. You can take all kinds of wacky risks and just close the game by forcing him into situations where he has to gamble. So like when you're panicking here and you're like, I need to get away, I need to not press anything, no, you just go in. I could have killed.
You could have killed like 2 firsts ago.
Yeah.
5K S rocket.
Oh hey, he finally did something to stop DRP. Oh no! Oh, he dropped. Okay, you're alive. Now this is I need to not die mode. When you got hit by that pop buster, that is okay. I can't take risks anymore. Or, in a way, it is the ultimate gambling mode of neither of us can survive a hit. Let's just go wild. But you have level 2 right here. I would just be fishing for a whiff and then rocket. You got the round, but
I
you
would've
put
just-
yourself in so much danger to do it when you didn't have
In
to.
that situation, I would have just been level 2 Savage Fang and go for a chip or just rattle straight hit.
Yeah, that's... You put yourself
Yeah,
in a lot of bad situations at that point. Like, once you started panicking, your game plan went out the window, and you just... Yeah, it was a bad look.
You could have won as soon as he bursted, and he did slide head, because that could have been a punish rocket, a rocket punish.
Yeah.
Hey, even if it didn't punish, you still would have had frame advantage and 50 meter. Like, you would be very shocked at how fast and loose Hoss can play when he has 50, 75 meter, and only a level 1. Like, he can kind of just go to town at that point. I wouldn't gut blaze. He's jumping forward so many times after that air attack.
Yeah. Bad tech. Don't tech forward like that against burst. No reason. He hasn't shown anything off Hammerfall Break. Should have been another jump P. This is one of those things where it's like, I know you want to rotate your options, but when the opponent isn't doing anything to make you stop doing what you're doing, just keep doing it. Drops his combo. Both of those were really questionable. I'm not really sure what you were looking for with either of those. You didn't even charge cancel the 5H.
I mean, well, you know what? Even if you don't charge cancel the 5H, it's still like +3, +4 something.
Oh, really?
No, it's
Yeah,
+1, and it's +5 on charge cancel. If it was +3 or 4 on no charge cancel, that shit would be.
I remember it being much higher, but yeah, even if it's +1, like, it's still your turn.
Yeah, that's surprising. Oh. So, remember how I said I like to keep P and K normals normally when I'm doing pressure on Potemkin? So this kind of situation is really why. When you do this, like, your plus, Potemkin's really far away from you. You have to commit to a hard redash or a jump. This is giving Potemkin a chance to play. When you're pressuring with P and K, you are right next to the dude, and he just cannot do anything without making a hard read. And if you ever want to reset, you just micro walk or micro dash. It's way less commitment, it's way safer, and he has to make just as hard a read as he would have to he has to make a way harder read to stop this kind of that kind of reapproach than he'd have to do to stop this. So, like, every time you get in and you immediately go to, like, slash and dust and heavy slash, you're just pushing yourself out way too fast. You're making it way harder on yourself, you're not keeping pressure, and you're giving Potemkin more chances. You're giving the time bomb more chances to detonate.
Now, if you're doing stuff like close S, level 2S, level 2 blockhead or block, action charge FRC, you keep all your frame advantage, and you get another chance to get in.
Yeah, that's also true. If you're spending the resources if you want to spend the resources, then you can do slashes and heavy slashes to build up guard bar, and then just rebuy pressure with KCFRC.
And you have 50 meter and a high amount of level 2, so that's more than enough chances to get in. Get something going.
Here's a suicide attempt. I guess it wasn't completely full screen, but it was pretty far out there. Anyway, get 6 speed. Yeah, that happens. You got knocked down, I had to guess. It's an okay burst. So you stop charging because you see him walking into your range. That's fine. But then you just kind of do nothing. You just like sit here like you're accepting death. It's like you're not. I understand approaching at this point is kind of scary because you don't want to like suicide JP into him. But like,
I'm more so thinking, what the fuck am I supposed to do in this situation? There's a lot.
You can't afford to think that in the game. You need to already have plans. The time for thinking.
Sorry for not knowing
the time for thinking is character select and in between rounds, and whenever you're getting comboed. When you're getting comboed, you can't do anything except mash buttons to tech. That is time to think. When you're knocked down, you're thinking about what's coming up. When you are in the game, you're executing. When you're between rounds, then you can afford to think about things like a general game plan. If you're thinking about things like a general game plan in the middle of the game, you're slowing yourself down. Nice jump. Good 6k. Ah, that's a whiff punish. That's a free whiff punish. Okay. Good reset. Cash it out. Okay. Okay,
Ooh,
well,
wrong ass.
it was okay.
Wrong ass. It was.
It's fine. Okay, sure. Yeah. Fafnir's another move that, like, I would just not do in this matchup, honestly. It's just way too risky.
Yeah, no. I was thinking about it after the set, and I'm like, yeah, no, Fafnir, you just don't throw it out in this matchup, yeah. It's like everything just goes over the low push part and just slaps you.
Yeah. Especially in this matchup, actually, thinking about it, you really want the meter economy to either recharge or to rebuy pressure. Like, spending the meter economy on Fafnir is a bad idea. If you have to spend it on Dead Angle, that's fine, but yeah.
Okay, so when you get knocked down in the corner with level 2 Bandit, and you still have level, you know what you should do? Meaty level 2 Blockhead. That works.
That's a good one, yeah.
That blows up backdash so well. That's probably his best option for blowing up back outside of like bashing JP. But Blockhead is just so much better in that regard.
That's a good option. It also blows up like Wake Up Hammerfall as well.
Yeah, and if you do get the Gigantor does come out, at worst, it trades.
Yeah.
So he's getting.
I think the only thing Pot could do at that point would be Judge Gauntlet.
Judge Gauntlet.
But it's not frame 1 armor, so if you meaty it, he just dies anyway.
Oh yeah, well there you go. Even more reason to do it.
Yeah. Punish. Well, I mean, we learned today that, you know, Hammerfall is minus 18. You get a full punish for it. So just keep it in mind.
It's kind of like trying to punish. What's the fucking thing? Cliff Chop after you just dodge, where it's like the hit stop is a little weird.
That move is massively fucked, and punishing it is a gigantic pain in the ass. So
it's super minus, but it's so fucking awkward that like it ends up working as a tick throw.
Stupid. Really Send no send. Follow up. Here we are. 2 steps forward. Send no send. Minus 11. Okay, yeah, that's a 2S punish with 2 frame leniency. So, or no, that's like 4 frame leniency. Okay, well, back to the match.
I don't like ID backdash immediate charge.
Yeah.
If you was fighting Justice, that would have worked out, but not.
Yeah. Where is it?
I think
it's right here.
I guess the one thing, or like the main thing that I've learned, at least with regards to like the info itself, is like I have to brawl with the temple.
Yes.
More often. There are times where I just have to.
Yeah. It's not even there are times. That is the default. Making the whiff punish kind of game comes with him fearing your inside game. That's why he's going to whiff buttons, is to try to keep you out. If you don't have an inside game, he has no incentive to whiff buttons to keep you out. He can just slowly walk forward, and if you ever get in, you just push yourself out instantly. Ugh. Yeah, 5P Pop Buster is just one of those things that's like, you're gonna get hit. It'll happen. It's a raw guess. Just whatever. Oh, hey, he dropped his combo. Five H.
There you go. I started some offensive pressure and then you backed off.
Damn it.
Oops, whatever. It's fine. Ah!
That's what I said.
Anti-air reaction, or...
That was anti-air 2D. I played this character. Because I did the same thing.
Yeah, that was anti-air 2D. Ugh.
I did the same thing. I know what that was. Yeah, that does not work.
Okay, well, you got something. That's a gunblaze. Yeah, you can see you're just like...
That was a really awkward play for a gunblaze punish.
Yeah.
You probably got dash up super combo.
Yeah, if that was a gunblaze instead of an IAD back, he'd be in a world of pain right now. This is one of those things where it's going to depend on your opponent. Some Potemkins will just fall straight down and pop buster you for trying that. But this dude hasn't done anything but tech forward.
He's always tech forward or tech back.
Yeah, exactly.
And usually most pods, at least the ones I play, don't neutral tech straight down unless they're in the corner. Mid screen, they don't really do that.
Okay. I don't... Well, I mean, Mike will every single time tech forward JD, so I can't really say anything about that particular experience, but yeah, I can't remember it happening too much to me.
But yeah, this situation, yeah, you're shook right now.
Yeah, that's the thing, as I was gonna bring up, is you're just like, oh man, this sucks, fighting Potemkin, losing all my life, every single time I get hit, I'm put in a blender, this is fucking miserable, why am I playing this matchup, who said this is 5-5?
No. I'm not even, like, dooming in my head. Like, a lot of the time what's happening in my head, in most matches, just in general, is like, okay, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing?
Okay,
Like,
so whenever you have those questions, that is post-game, go to character select, take 28, 29 seconds to select your character, and then go back into the game and don't skip the intros if you can. That, straight up, is... You need to take the time to think. And
no, that's fair, but, like, I'm already in the match, right? And I don't have a plan, so I have to, like, come up with it on the fly, but then it's like,
okay,
oh shit.
So that's the thing. If you don't have a plan in the match, you can't afford to think of the plan during the match. You can afford to adapt your plans based on your opponent, but you have to have a plan first, and if you don't have a plan, the best thing you can do is just play your best game. Panicking is going to get you nowhere, and the mental energy of trying to think of an entirely new game plan is only going to slow you down and hurt you. You just have to play your best and hope that it works out.
At that point, if you don't have a plan for a matchup, you have to play against the character, not the character, but the person and their bad habits, until you can figure out, okay, what am I supposed to do in X and Y situation. But if you could beat up on this player's tendencies, you could have done a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, like we were saying, this dude hasn't blocked a single BRP, and you picked up on that. That's good. But, like, you're not extending that. You're not extending the fact of, like, he doesn't block anything after these strings. I can just abuse that and continually repressure him. Or I can, like, BRP RC and rebuy my turn. Or like, he's probably not going to block high on Oki if I back off and then Bandit Revolver him, because he won't be thinking about it. Just stuff like that is how you would kind of recover from that. But when you don't have the plan, you just need to play your best and look at what's happening on the screen. You can't afford to think about all these general situations. Might be in the corner. Oh, come on, dude. Could have charged first that. Wow. Oh, hey, he got the FRC and dropped it anyway. I would have dead-angled. You had basically no recourse at that point, so I would have dead-angled at the first opportunity.
Yeah. Alright, these are the last two matches, I believe.
Okay.
I think these two just... Well, they're suicidal pump games,
Nice BHP. That's good. And that fake out with the JS, that was also good. This is a lot better. This is... You're like, okay, I just have to play aggressive. I can't play defensive and win, so I'm going to go aggressive. This is good. Fortunate, happens. DP. DP.
That's what I was.
DP.
Dead angle, dead
DP.
angle, dead angle, dead angle, dead angle. You had 100 meter.
Yeah. But I want to point out that round, you were doing a lot better because you decided, I'm just going to play aggressive. I'm going to take the fight to Potemkin. And you can see he was just getting counter hit all the time because he's like, oh, all of a sudden my opponent's actually stopping me from pressing buttons. Whoops. I can't just walk over him.
Alright, so we've watched how many matches at this point?
Oh, something like...
9. This is the 9th.
Okay, I haven't seen a single Gunblaze at all. You've done meeting
That's also true, yeah.
but not like actual
If you don't
Gunblaze.
get the spacing right, and if and when I do, I usually just take the charge.
Okay, against Potemkin, anytime you hit 2D, it's the right spacing. His OTG hitbox it's not Faust. It's not insanely big.
It's like around his chest or his waist, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's pretty small, but yeah, you have to show that and just check and see if they're going to. And if you see that they're to block it or not blocking it currently, do that more often when you get knocked down. Getting 2D into charge, it's good, but you can get so much more from Gunblaze damage. Because at that point, you're getting damage, Oki, depending on if you want to burn resources or not, and you still maintain charge.
Absolutely. Okay, air throw, it's fine. DP. DP.
Yeah, counterpoke 2S against Potemkin is death.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Oh, 2H counter hit, you're dead! Oh my god, he drops combos.
You should have been dead at that point. Yeah, counterpoking. Okay, counterpoking Potemkin with 2S is death.
Yeah, so like, when you're doing this kind of stuff, the reason I'm shouting DP isn't because I'm Shadow Fox. It is because DP is multi-hit, it's fast, and it blows up 80% of Potemkin's autopilot options. Like, you need to show that you're willing to disrespect, and you need to disrespect in ways that are going to make Potemkin care. When you do this, he doesn't care. He took 5 damage, and then you whiff the button. It's still his turn. He's still gonna own you. You need to show that you're willing to take these risks.
If you're going to try and counterpoke with 2S or far slash, you better have blockhead on deck for this situation right here.
Yeah.
Looking at right here.
Yeah.
Because see, counter with 2S, you would have did blockhead, that would have been your turn right there. Actually, you would have got full screen knockdown.
Let's find out. Gunblaze, no buffer. Blockhead's too early. Or too late.
Okay, yeah.
What you could do is Gunblaze.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Holy shit, okay.
I was gonna bring that up, but it's a quote-unquote read. Because, you know, sometimes... Whoops, I accidentally hit the mute button. It's a quote-unquote read, because sometimes, you know, you Gunblaze, you 2S buffer Gunblaze, and then the 2S doesn't hit a Hammerfall, and you Gunblaze in front of them and die. But in these kinds of situations, when you're counter-poking with 2S, you should have something behind it if you're going to counter-poke with 2S, but I would just DP.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Anyway, get hit. Counter hit 2H, you're dead. And then he drops combo and get top S for dead, right? Alright.
Last one.
Heaven or hell? Duel. One, let's rock.
Okay, good burst. I like the momentum burst. Good Gunblaze. SoCal Brain Poisoning number 2.
No.
Besides getting punished for a DP, the other most likely place that people will burst is the second hit of a large damage punish. So, whenever you hit, like, counter hit Fafnir, counter hit Gunblaze, counter hit 6H RC, counter hit 2H.
Oh god, that's 6 heavy.
Yeah.
They're going to their burst on that next hit.
Yeah. Like, 100% guaranteed. Second hit, burst. Every single time. Whenever...
The only time
there you go, ahead.
Is if it's no you. Is if it's a player tendency.
Yeah.
Other than that, outside of that, they're going to burst that second hit.
Yeah, so this is... I've talked about it before a little bit, but it's really easy to tell when someone in Guilty Gear has practiced burst control and proper burst form, because they will purposely not burst on the second hit, or they will do things like delay burst into your string, or they will just not burst at all and wait for you to drop it. And then you can tell when people haven't practiced at all, because they'll just do this every single time. Good Gunblaze. Very good. I don't like the Band Revolver. I don't like that charge, but that was supposed to be a Gunblaze, wasn't it?
I don't know. Go back.
Oh, no. Maybe? Hold on. Okay, so there... 1,
Yeah, that
2,
was supposed
3,
to be-
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, okay, so you were not reacting to the tech. So yeah, that was assuming they were going to tech into the corner with JD. That's fine.
I would have done the same thing, so go for
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't have action charged, but I don't blame you for the rocket. You get saved by hitboxes again. 6Q is kind of funny. Hey, Judge Gauntlet, first one of the set. Okay. This is good. This is good. You're a lot more aggressive. You can see how hard it is for Potemkin to play. Like, look at all this shit he has to hold. Even when he gets you off him, it's a shitty air tech hit, and then you just immediately tech back into his face, and it's like, whoops, not good enough.
Duel. Let's rock.
This is really good. I don't like how risky you are doing it sometimes with, like, run-up Gunblaze, but the, like, Gunblaze under air options, being more aggressive, running into his face.
That was Gunblaze too.
Yeah, that was
but
Gunblaze. That one I recognize. But, like, this is good. See? That, for what it's worth. This kind of Gunblaze specifically where Pot is at a spacing where he likes to hammerfall, this kind of run-up Gunblaze I really like. I don't like it at level 1, because sometimes the armor will soak the hit and then it'll turn and hit you anyway. But at level 2 especially, this is just kind of... It's not free to throw out, but it's not a bad idea to throw out. That was again, he burst on the second hit of a high damage punish. Good air dash over, good knockdown. Well, he charged a bit too long, but I appreciate going for the Oki. Dead angle, keep your pressure. Right here, this is offensive dead angle time. You're down on resources, you're up on meter, but you have the momentum. Dead angle, knock him down, run your game. That's unfortunate. It happens though. Oh. Okay, you have your win con, and you lost it.
That JS was really, really high. Yeah. That's
I was gonna say it happens, but like, this is JS. You have so many options. You should either hit it lower, or you should re-jump here.
No,
I would have said like
I had double jump because I got backdash, and so
I would have said like JS, JP, JK, or JS, JP.
Yeah, that's
Something.
a good idea. Just chain air normals on the way down. But it's okay. Dead angle. You're dead. So, right here, I would have woken up DP. But if you didn't want to be that risky, dead angle.
yeah.
If he's going to give you the... If you think he's going to pop buster you, you DP. And if you don't, you dead angle on the first hit. But, unfortunately... But both these rounds really good because you're being more aggressive.
Duel. Let's rock.
Unfortunate. Good DP. Good Gunblaze. Questionable. Yeah, okay. That was air throw, but it's okay.
I got
Nice.
a JP outside. I don't like that charge. I would have went for it. That's a confirm right there. I would not have gone for
It
charge.
should have been. It should have
Here,
been.
yeah.
Even 2K, 2D, you take at this point you take what you can get.
No. You're...
I'm just watching the Potemkin's inputs.
Holy shit. Oh.
My dude is churning. Unfortunate drop, but it's okay. You have level 2. You can whiff punish any.
Okay. Trying to anti-air 2D.
Yeah.
I'd wake up Gold Burst. I would have burst.
Yeah, that's also a good idea. Dead angle,
At
first
this-
hit. Okay. Burst is kind of equivalent to a dead angle. You could have punished that slide head really easily. Or that,
There you go.
Hammerfall pretty easily. Tyrant Rave. I actually would have woken up Tyrant Rave right there. Good dead angle. Counter hit combo, come on.
There you go.
No, not that route. Double DP. Double DP in the corner. Tech chase for the kill. Double DP in the corner. Sets up kill range. Tech chase in the corner for kill.
That's
This
what.
is Street Fighter 3. Why are you talking about double DP? What?
Or sorry, not double DP. Sorry, double dust loop.
Yeah, because you have. Wait. Keep playing. You're
Yeah, that's the
level
final.
2.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
you're
gonna
level-
get enough.
Yeah. At that point, you had to keep this up.
Double dust loop
Or
in the
leave-
corner. Set up tech chase. Actually, how much does double dust loop leave him with? Let's find out. I'll just start here. You've already input D, so I can. Run buffer is going to be miserable because I have no time.
I would at this point. I'd just do jump confirm. I jump install.
Yeah,
I jump.
probably.
I jump install. Get your knockdown.
That's a good one, yeah. The point is, like,
'Cause-
You want to set up
This
a
is a-
kill situation here, is the point.
Yeah, this is a situation, and this is a situation that really I need to do better with Order Soul. But if you're combos where if they're techable, leave them low to the ground. Don't leave them high up. Don't leave them to be where they can air tech and just air dash 4 out. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Like, even if you ended just, even if you just ended, like, not right there, but without the pickup, if you just banned a revolver here, that would have been okay. If you just charge right here, I would have been okay with that. And it's really that tech that's just like, you don't want to give him another chance to play. Okay, you force him off. You missed time slide head. That was a rocket punish. Kill? Could you have killed?
With the high,
Yeah.
if you
do S
with jump install, yeah.
Yeah.
With jump install,
after the super jump. Because I think the punch kind of killed it.
Let's find out. I'm terrible at jump install. I never do it, so.
I don't.
I don't even think you have to jump. So
Just go back to here. Oops. Maybe air dash after. Oh, you know what? Ah, wow, it doesn't work, huh?
The string is SPS. Double jump.
okay, wait. That knocks that point.
SP.
It's like SPS, double jump, jump S, jump H.
SPS. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna get it. I'm terrible at combos. But yeah, you might have been able to kill. But regardless. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. That is.
He was smashing throw so hard. He didn't want to block that. He was panicking too.
Maybe
No,
I probably wouldn't have had the mental to do it, but
I would have went for too heavy.
that's exactly what I was thinking. You would have gotten thrown.
Too heavy?
I
If you
just
would've did
mashed
late-
it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm mashing
Yeah.
it super hard.
Try 6K. 6K should work.
Yeah. So yeah, delay 6K here.
Yeah, alright.
Again, this is a rough situation. This is one of those things where it's like, you need to have been in these exact situations a lot of times to already have the answer. Like I said, I would have gotten hit. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would have got hit too, because I was definitely doing too heavy at this point.
Okay, well, I want to say, for losing that game, that was probably the best game you played in that entire set.
Alright.
Okay, so that's the whole set. So I guess overall summary is you need to be a lot more aggressive, and you need to be a lot more aggressive with moves that you can chain together and that don't push you out. You need to absolutely take advantage of the times you get positive advantage in the matchup. You need to like not give up your Oki, stay in against him, use your resources to rebuy pressure if you need to. And then you need to show, you were showing an all right amount of disrespect, but you need to like commit to harder options for the disrespect. You can't be like trying to play footsies with Potemkin. It's just not going to work. You are either whiff punishing Potemkin or you are going aggro on Potemkin. You're not trying to beat out his hitboxes. And then if you're on defense, you're like DP, Gunblaze under, kind of harder commits, jump out JP, that kind of stuff. Just doing the like Abare 2S without anything buffered behind it is just bad. If you want to do that, you buffer a special behind it.
Alright.
Did you have anything, Tails?
I was just gonna say, yeah, for mid grade, you really need to know how to learn to how to create a greater mid grade presence. Like I said earlier, if you can whiff punish, if you can just make Protected block with one R slash or one 2S, and you have level 2 or level 3 stock, that's your way. That's your chance of pressure at that range that Allegory was talking about, not wanting to play in. Like those, that's your turn stealer, right? Especially blockhead.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any questions from the set or anything you wanted to ask, King?
I mean, I guess I did want to break it down into a more theoretical level, like kind of how the round start works. I guess the range.
Okay.
Okay.
I can tell you right now.
Go
Round
into training
start.
mode.
Let me tell you about round start Potemkin.
Please select your
Don't bother.
character.
Just straight up.
It's
Don't bother. The risk reward is not in your favor unless he's going to do stupid like five heavy or 6 heavy. Anything else, Mega Fist, Hammerfall, don't even try to contest it. Just try to get it around.
What the hell is the input? Oh, it's DPH.
Because even if he does 5P, that beats bar slash. That beats that beats bar slash.
Yeah, okay, you get counter hit.
It beats 5 heavy.
Alright, that makes sense.
So personally, what I would do is maybe you could try to get cheeky with like level 1 rocket, but even then, the risk reward isn't really worth it unless you know the player isn't going to see it coming. But generally, for the most part, treat them like Faust, do not engage.
Alright.
Yeah, if you just backdash round start, he can't do anything to stop you. Or not backdash it, instant air backdash. Yeah. He can't actually stop you from doing that. And it sets up a pretty okay spacing for you.
I feel like at that kind of spacing, right? Oh, well, alright, so it feels like, as in, from what you've told me about the sets, at this kind of spacing, all I can really do is like get a smidge of charge, which is going to make him approach, and then after he starts approaching, I have to stop charging.
Yeah,
Sort of.
that's fine.
Engage.
So, like, here's the thing. Like, Potemkin's options here, he doesn't have anything to do besides Sleight Head. So he's going to walk towards you. Once he hits, like, this range, he's in a danger zone. Because from this range, you can IAD JP at him. You can, like...
You can far slash accept.
Yeah, you can counter poke all his normals. He can't hit you, and you can always close the distance. Like, the fact that you can IAD right here is super scary. So he has to commit to something like Far Slash or 5H to keep you out. And if he commits to that, then you just whiff punish him and he dies. Except don't hit the extended hitbox.
Alright. I guess that kind of does clear up a lot of bullshit for the matchup. Because I feel like my main issue is that when I hit this kind of range, usually it's actually where I'm like comfortable to kind of charge and just relax at the very least.
Yeah, I guess you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but then when I felt like I had to engage, and when I'm forced to engage, it's like, scary.
If you want, one thing you can do, and this is something I do just personally to learn ranges in matchups, is I will internalize this distance by just going into training mode, seeing where I want to stand for the pokes, and then I just set the CPU to whatever max level, turn on as CPU.
Yeah, you told me about this.
And I will just... this is hung state.
It's no up,
Here it
up
is, yeah.
30.
And I'll just maintain that distance the entire time. I don't actually care if I get hit or not. My only goal is to stay at that exact spacing as much as I can.
Alright. Alright, that's cool. Anyway, yeah, this has been productive, me, but hopefully it's also been productive for those who are watching it now and who watch it, later on the line. And thank you, the both of you, for coming on and, helping me not die.
Yeah, that's no biggie.
Not a problem at all.
I say the next match we break down is Shadowbox versus Mahoko. I have words about that matchup.
I haven't seen it. I would love to see it because I'm almost certain it's just going to be Shadow Fox trying to disrespect Oki and getting owned.
Trying to disrespect everything. I don't even. He like even in neutral, like he just like.
I'm not even saying like.
It's like why?
Oh, I'm not referring to like kill specifically. It's the Order Soul versus Bridget matchup.
ORBR is. I have feelings about that matchup because it's like you're fighting a paperweight, but the paperweight's normals are just so fucking stupid.
I actually talked about this a lot with Jace, right? And the basic thing that we came down to was that basically if Order Soul just gambles constantly against Bridget, he can actually get away with it, right? Because because Bridget takes like 10 hits to kill you, you can just take like 2 or 3 and then
it's the inverse of this matchup. Bridget controls the game. But Order Soul is a time bomb, and eventually the time bomb is going to go off, and it's just a matter of do you get the kill before the time bomb goes off.
Yeah, and when I tell other Bridget players, like, the one thing you don't really want to do is just fly. You don't want to be flying around the grid without a purpose.
Yeah.
Because at that point, charging to level 3, it only takes. I could 2-touch you.
Mm-hmm.
You need to hit me 10 times. I only need to hit you twice.
Yeah. That's a really big thing. If you, commit suicide into Bridget's buttons a bunch, yeah, it sucks. But that's also the Bridget making, 5 correct reads. Granted, when you have a button like 2S, sometimes the reads aren't that hard to make, but it's still making a read. It's the same here. When you have a button like JP, sometimes it's really not hard to make a read and beat what Potemkin's doing. But you're still making the read. He can still 6p you and kill you.
Can you repeat that again? That last part? Because I
Sure, yeah. Basically what I was saying is, when Bridget's doing dumb bullshit, like 2S and walling you out and owning you because 2S is a really good button, or 3p, it's not a hard read to make. They're really good buttons that cover a bunch of your options, but it's still a read that they have to make, and there's still ways that it can go wrong, and when it goes wrong, it's way worse for them.
I will say, look, Jace was saying about whiff punishing 3P, 2S, those moves are whiff punishing.
Don't worry about
bitch.
You're never gonna whiff punish 3p without rocket.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
You're not with punishing that move, period.
Yeah,
just straight.
3p is a work run normal. It's just on a character that no one cares about. So
yeah.
Oh man, 3p. That was such a fucking pain.
At least 6S and 2S, you can with punish with rocket.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah.
3p.
Yeah, 3p. I remember. I think before the match, Shadow Fox just DM'd me. He's like, "Hey, how do I beat Bridget 3p?" And I just said, "You don't. You just don't engage with it. That's how you win."
What Jace told me was basically gamble with simultaneous.
No.
You can. The only gamble I would ever say against 3p would be jump H, and even then that's risky.
That's literally what he told me, and he's like, it beats it 99% of the time if you press it at the same time, or all the time.
That is true. That is completely true. So that goes back to what I was saying, where it's the inverse of the Order Soul Potemkin matchup. JP on Order Soul will beat like 99% of what Potemkin wants to do. But Potemkin can still press 6p, and he can still kill you. It's the same thing with Bridget 3p. It's the move is going to beat 99% of what Order Soul wants to do. But when it goes wrong for Bridget, he takes like 200 damage plus.
Yeah, and God forbid you actually do stuff it or whip punish it with the far S, because at that point that's party time.
Yeah.
Anyway, that matchup is funky. I don't know. I keep going back and forth on it. It's a weird matchup. It's weird.
Okay. Well, if we do decide to review it, let me know, and I'll be glad to watch it, or I'll be glad to help out.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Thank you guys for coming out. I'm gonna end the stream and the recording here. So, see you everyone.
all right. Later.